Hello! Welcome back to the Mysteries of Selindor. It's episode 74, and it's been a while since we played, so here's what we were up to last time. In episode 73, we managed to kill the big goat creature that we thought was like an avatar of Northot, but then Oren saw a vision of like Northot pausing time and reaching in and like grabbing the creature or like dissolving it, taking something from it. We've seen that before, or at least he has, so we think now that the creature was definitely not an avatar of Northot, and it was actually something Northot wanted, and we did him a favor by killing it, I think, which is bad, because that's not what we were trying to do. Anyway, we got the fracture, and there was like a tower through a portal that Oren saw too, and the tentacles were like rushing at him out of the tower. It was real spooky scary, but he hasn't told us about that yet, so I don't know. And we looted the area. The ranger guy that was with us got zombified during the fight and then died as a zombie, so rip twice, buddy. Sorry about that. And Glass returned with a single lizard, and Mitnir and I got on a lizard with him, and Brapsi and Arin went with the Grim Bird. And we flew for a while, and some stuff started happening that was kind of dangerous, so we took shelter in the cave that we found. And now we're resting for the night at the mouth of the cave inside my dome. And we got lots of tokens.
That was the best recap I've ever heard. Good job, babe.
I think I hit all the high points.
Yeah, that's pretty much like
Oh, the dangerous thing that was happening was rain of Arquium shards. Arquium shards, yes.
yes.
So,
yeah. It was actual spears, spikes raining from the sky, made of aqua.
Yeah, real bad.
Raining outside. As you guys sought shelter, you found that the back of the cave seems to have slid back further into the darkness. But there you are with the aquam rain having pelted all through outside. Just still going, but not quite going nearly as strong as it once was. And what would you guys like to do?
I don't remember. Did we rest yet, or we're doing that now?
You have not rested.
So I'm ritually casting the dome, tiny hut, and then we can rest. I think Glass said he was.
Glass said he was gonna step out to basically keep watch.
Yeah, and like I guess I'll call after him. Like, okay, but if you're not here when I build the dome, then it won't let you in.
Sort of peeks his head back around, and he's just like, "That's entirely fine. Do whatever it is you all need to do. I'll keep eyes out. Be ready whenever you're rested."
Well, just stand here with us for 10 minutes, and then you can start your watch.
That way you can come back if you want to, and you'll be safe inside the dome with the rest of us. If you want. Whatever you're comfortable with.
Better to have the option than not.
Exactly, because I'm not going to put another one up later. It's so exhausting. 10 minutes of concentration? I can't.
He turns over and he goes, "What about the lizard? Should I bring the lizard in? Does the lizard need to be here for this?"
No, it's too big.
I think it's too big, yeah. Sorry.
Very well, sorry, I'm not aware of these magics.
Oh no, that's okay. It's pretty new to me too. I forget how it works a lot.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm doing my thing.
He sits there awkwardly for the next 10 minutes.
And every time someone tries to say something, he's like, "Shh, I'm concentrating."
Oh, Glass. Do you think in the morning we could try harvesting some of this aqua?
I suppose that's something that you need to take time for.
Very useful stuff.
You should have just caught more of it on the way in.
Oh, with my face?
I used my back.
Yeah, you just look over and there's actually just like big spikes sticking out of it in your spine.
No, I already took them out. Added them to my sheet.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's just blood
Thanks,
gushing
buddy.
out of his back.
Yeah. I mean, he offered them.
If there's something you need to take time for, I wouldn't spend more than an hour, though.
Power should be plenty.
Very well. As far as I'm aware, we still have about 2.5 days travel back to the ledge. So, the less time we waste out here in the cold, the better.
Oh, trust me, this won't be a waste.
We did get lots of tokens.
That's good.
Did we give him any?
And pull like a good handful out and just plop them down.
He just lifts a hand. I don't require any tokens.
Okay.
Keep them for yourselves.
Well, we'll give them to the group when we get back.
Of course.
We might have enough that we can just go to the center.
Having gained a
Without-
surplus would definitely be a boon. We're
Yeah.
always short,
We didn't want
but
to
we
take...
have whatever's necessary.
Hmm. Sorry about your men. I know I said that already, but I am sorry.
Yes. They need the risks coming out here.
I mean, on the bright side, that goat thing's gone now, so...
Yeah, I don't know if that's good news, actually. Anything that Northwood is happy with.
Well,
For me.
Northot turned it into a fracture when we killed it. And we have the fracture, so Northot didn't get anything out of it.
Well, then
That's right.
Then why did he do
You
that?
actually defeated it, which is mind-boggling to me. You're all significantly more powerful than I had given you credit for.
Yeah, I didn't think we could do it at all. I thought we were all fucked. But I also thought it was something different, because that's not what you fought before, was it? Corbin?
No, that one was all black and emo.
Yeah. It
I
didn't look
knew
like
we
what
were
I was
gonna beat it.
expecting.
Certainly not surprisingly lost lives in, well, in such an endeavor. I will ask that from this point forward, you don't spend any time playing with artifacts,
Yeah.
attempting to discover their properties while out on the shelf,
No
where
more
things are not
cave-ins.
stable. If you could do that for me, that would be much appreciated.
Okay, yeah. I think we just need to get back as soon as possible and let the doctor get to work. So that we can all get out of this place.
I think we got more than enough of the blue stuff. What was that stuff called?
Oh yeah, we got like a billion
Sapphire.
pounds. We have so much of it.
Well, we'll certainly take stock when the time comes.
If we have
And-
some extra, I might have a use for some.
I'm certain that is something you can talk about to the doctor with. Speaking of which, how much did you acquire?
Mathing. 450 plus 180.
The whole crystal.
630?
Yep.
630 pounds.
That's double what was required.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the doctor would be capable of creating double the product,
Well,
or if what he is creating has its limits,
I
and the
figured
rest would be
maybe-
extra.
maybe Oren would like to keep some. You like dabbling in things. If you want to make something with Zephyrite, we have plenty for you to have a little bit.
Yeah, I could take like the 30 pounds and mess with that. I have some ideas for its use.
Good. Again, not while we're on the shelf.
No,
Yeah.
this would be. I need like hours of work.
It is the sort of thing you would imagine would be self-explanatory, but I wish to reiterate the point in case you all, again, decide to experiment without consultation.
Perhaps he's
No.
gonna walk out and go sit outside and be the lookout.
Nobody wants to put anybody in danger, and we all nobody wants to be here any longer than we have to either, so...
On the
Yeah.
experimenting thing, though, I'm pretty sure that's how we've learned how to do everything. Just saying.
Enough.
Not sure, but there's a time and place for it.
Right.
Well, the dome's ready, so anybody who wants a nap, you know, we should be totally protected in here unless somebody like has a dispel magic thing that gets rid of the dome. But
So we are good now. I no longer need to remain here.
yes, you can come and go as you please.
Thank you.
Do your thing.
Have good rest. Steps outside. Where I guess he notices Bropsy is also standing out in the cold with the raining aquam still falling from the sky.
Oops.
Okay, well,
I mean, you're sitting in the
Ignore
edge of the
me.
cave. I'm not having. I wasn't
Yeah,
suggesting that
okay.
you were standing in the storm dying. Just saying that it's very cold and
Hit me.
it's not great. Even
Take
even
me.
it's like when you're sitting at the entrance of a garage and
How
you're
dare
looking
you.
out during when the rain's going sideways and it's like you can kind of feel the cold and the wet coming in. You're like, ooh. That's kind of the situation where you're sitting in as he steps out from inside the dome. How's the dome look? Is it see-through? Is it opaque? Is it what do you?
It like blends in with the environment. So if the cave,
It looks like a sheet of ice.
yeah.
Gotcha. So Glass will step out, and you can see that his face is still, wrapped in bandages. His body's wrapped in bandages. His face now adorns with Oren's mask. As he, the sort of familiar face turns towards you, Bropsy looks down at you, with Oren's mask's face.
Wait, why does he have orange mask face?
Because of his
Oren-
light problem.
Oren gave him his mask.
Mm-hmm.
If I
And he
did,
looks-
he would be blinding us with light.
And he looks down at you and he says, "You're more than welcome to head back inside. I have lookout."
Kind of want a little peace. Or I should say quiet. It's not really quiet though, is it? What is that
around.
sound like?
Yeah, the sound of basically shattering glass
Mm.
just everywhere. He says,
Mm.
"Yes, it's abrasive. Doesn't have that sort of calming effect that rain has. I can't remember the last time I heard the sound of rain. It's either the silence of a snowy wasteland, the howling of the wind, or the crashing of ice. The subtle drip of a warm summer or spring. As the glades in the fields are covered in dew. I honestly don't remember what it feels like anymore."
I used to love it. When it rained, my wife and I would soar out in the sky and get absolutely soaked together. That was a long time ago, too.
It is a feeling I am familiar with. But I'm sorry. I assume that the lack of a presence makes you feel hollow, doesn't it? But you can hold on to what you do have. Those that are around you. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to do a perimeter. And that sort of mash just turns. You can see like a little bit of glow from underneath the eyes, just blue light pouring out. As he steps out into the Aquam storm and just slowly starts sidestepping as the Aquam crashes around him, it just seems casual to him as he just steps between the shattering bits of glass.
Up to you if he noticed or not, but perhaps he, at the end, was just staring off into the distance and tears fell down her face.
Probably a little, pretty much, little ice before it hits the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Trickling tear, and then before it hits the ground, turns to ice.
Mm-hmm.
So, does anybody have anything they would like to do before rest, or you just all want to find your rest for the evening?
While Bropsy is doing all that stuff, inside the bubble, Oren's gonna move closer to Seti and be like, Seti, I have ideas. I have so many ideas.
Okay.
But I'm gonna need your help with at least one of them.
Sure. What's the idea?
Alright, so it's kind of like a belt buckle thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And so you wear it, and then when you're falling, you smack the belt buckle, and it casts Feather Fall on yourself.
Oh, that would be good.
It's kind of like an oh shit button, 1 use per day sort of thing.
Yeah, as long as you
But
remember to hit it.
Yeah, but I'll need your help with the spell, because I'm not that familiar with it. I've just seen you cast it a few times.
Oh yeah, it's like one of the first things I ever learned. I mean, people fall off the cliffs all the time where I'm from, so everybody knows Featherfall when they're babies.
Sweet.
There's
What
so
is a
many
belt?
cliffs.
But is a belt buckle really a good idea? What if you hit it and your pants fall off?
Well, you
The
don't.
belt buckle doesn't go away anywhere.
As long as it's latched properly, like you don't. Have you ever smacked one of your buckles and had it fell off?
It's basically an entire belt, but you only have to hit the buckle.
Depends on how hard you hit the buckle.
Well, okay, don't hit it with all your might. You know, probably a gentle tap would be fine.
I mean, technically it'll be a magic item, so you're not going to break it by hitting it.
Also a fair point. Okay, I like this idea. I think that would be great. And also, it would really take the pressure off me when people fall, because sometimes, what if I'm not there? Or what if
Especially if
they're
you're not
out
in
of range?
right?
Or
Yeah.
what if I don't have any spells left because I used them all doing some other stupid thing?
Main
Oh.
reason I thought of this is because we just fell like 2 or 3 times in a row.
It was a
And
lot
it
of
was a-
falling.
It was a bit of a disaster.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an easy way to save a life. I think that's a great idea.
Cool.
I'll definitely help you with that.
And my
Okay.
other idea, I don't know if I'll need your help with it or not. Maybe I don't. Can you cast levitate? Is that a thing you can do?
Well, my instrument can do it once a day,
Ah, okay.
but
Well, I was
I
thinking
think that would count.
with the Zephyrite, I could make like a little platform you stand on, and using Aquium, I could make little boosters, and it would be just a little hovering rocket powered thing.
So levitate only goes up or down, but
Yeah, I don't know if levitate's necessary with the Zephyrite, but
yeah,
He's
Zephyrite.
trying to fulfill the promises they made in Back to the
Back
Future.
Gotta make a hoverboard.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Zephyrite, but my understanding, based on what the doctor was saying, is that they need it for some kind of flying machine. So if it
Yeah,
helps
they said
with
they use
flight,
it in airships, right?
right?
So it makes things fly or something.
So yeah, if I also have the fly spell, if that would be helpful, also through the instrument. But
Maybe a combination of the two.
you know, yeah, maybe the Zephyrite can just do it on its own. I don't know.
Yeah, probably have to talk to the doc about that one.
Yeah.
These are
But
just
yeah,
ideas I had.
I'd love to help with them. I think it's good to
Cool.
do things and make things and help people.
Yeah, ever since I got this fracture, just ideas keep popping in my head.
You think the fractures making you want to craft things?
Kinda. It definitely makes it easier.
Oh god. What if my latest fracture made me like Cleary?
What was your latest one?
Well, it was the one from the that the matron left us. But it was around that time I started liking him. What if it was the fracture? What if it was all like a weird...
I don't think a fracture would do that.
What if the matron likes Cleary?
Did matron even know Cleary?
I think they met when we were on the barge, although he was busy throwing up a lot. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't there.
I mean,
Plus, I
she
don't
seems
think
to know a lot of stuff anyway, so...
She wouldn't have been able to just make that on a whim,
She
right?
does. She does have a bunch of love potions, so I don't know. I'm starting to get suspicious now.
Didn't we sell those to her?
I did. I will take full responsibility for that. I didn't know who she was.
I think you're fine. I don't think the fracture did that. I think it was.
But then
just,
that means I like Cleary, and somehow that might be worse. I don't know.
Well, who Cleary was and who he actually is two different things, I think.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem,
Like when
right?
he was with us, he was pretending, right?
Yeah,
So you liked
a
the
lie.
illusion of Cleary.
So was he really that bad at combat? Or not?
I think he
Honestly-
could have turned everything in the world to dust if he wanted to.
Didn't he just use magic missile a lot?
Right, but he was really bad at the beginning, so was that him pretending to be bad?
I think so.
Or was he actually just bad at combat?
I mean, we know his real name now, right?
I mean, he's known for his sculptures, not his combat abilities, but you have to imagine somebody that old they have to have picked up a few tricks.
And some of those sculptures we found that he made were quite powerful.
And obviously his weapons are I'll bamf them both out. We're like, I mean, they're sculpting tools, but they're really good weapons too, so.
He never brought those out.
For all this, Mitnir still
No,
looks a
because he
little
was
weak.
lying to us about who he was. He had to keep them hidden.
He was just pew pew and everything.
He's just compensating, right? Fancy toys to make up for not being able to hit things.
I mean, he hit everything he shot at.
That's cheating.
I don't know. I don't know anymore what was real and what wasn't. And now I feel like anything I think is real, I have to be suspicious. That's why I'm... And she looks around, gets into her bag, pulls out the glasses. I'm never taking these off again. I'm sure there's magic out there that can trick these glasses, but there's a lot more magic that can't, so...
She puts on her 1970s John Lennon glasses with purple, like silver frames and just purple lenses, and looks at all of you. You look over at Orin, who's sitting next to you. There's just like flames shooting out of the top of his head, shooting rainbow colors and massive curling horns, and he's got more goat-like features, and he's just like staring at you like, ah.
Yeah, Oren, you look really fucked up. I'm not going to lie. Like, it is hard to look at you like this, and I'm pretty tolerant, but there's just so much going on.
I mean, I feel like that's not my fault.
It's a lot.
You look over at Grim, who's just like probably laying down and take a nap, and
He's
it's just
already asleep. Yeah,
and there's
he's out.
just a cow laying on his side that just has mushrooms growing out of him.
Mushroom. Yeah,
He looks like a mushroom. He looks like a mushroom, just like chilling.
Well, Seti, at least for a little while, I can keep you preoccupied with some of this work.
I take my glasses
Mhm.
off and I hand them to Oren. Like, tell me how bad
Oh.
it is.
Is this how they work?
Am I also hideous? Am I just... do I
Are
have
you
to-
putting glasses on and looking at Seti?
Yeah.
Okay. So you look over at Seti and you see what looks like Seti. She's got like really glowy black hair that seems like it's kind of flowing out into the darkness. And like the tips of the hair look like they're being like slowly stroked by fingers that are ethereal. And you can see that the tips of her fingers are like dripping with black ichor. And her eyes are just like super, super vibrant violet, and you can see like little galaxies exploding in them.
Oh, that's it's not bad.
It's not
Well,
bad.
You got some black ichor coming out of your fingers, but other than that, everything's pretty cool actually.
Okay.
So
You
better
can get
than
lost in those
Ghostface.
eyes though.
Oh,
You got
got
like
it.
galaxies in your eyes. It's
Are you
very
being
nice.
poetic or literal?
No, literal. Like it looks like galaxies.
Oh. I need to wear those glasses and have a mirror. I don't know if I have a mirror on me.
Oh, would that work? Let's see if I have a mirror. I have. Oh, I might have a mirror. Where's my robe? I do. I have a patch. I have 2 patches that can produce a steel mirror.
All right, so you're pulling out a mirror off
So
your
I'll
cloak.
give you the glasses back, and I'll just rip a mirror patch off, and it's just a mirror. Here you go.
Oh shit, what a useful robe. Oh no. Does it work?
Who
Can I
puts
look at
that in
myself
your
in the mirror?
You put the glasses on and you face them into each other, and it's kind of like that moment when you put like a camera in front of a mirror with a mirror behind it, and everything just goes,
Mhm.
and it starts like freaking out your vision when you look in the mirror.
Oh. Okay. I no. I hand the mirror back. It's not working. It's all funky.
Well, you can keep that. I have another one.
Oh, okay. Put it in my bag.
So you can add a steel mirror to your inventory.
Ay.
How big is the mirror? Does it say?
How big?
Yeah.
I'd assume it's got to fit in the pocket to a certain.
No, the pockets are like extra dimensional pockets. You can pull a horse out of a pocket, I think.
Doesn't really say, but I think it's just like a hand mirror, because you can use it to like look around corners or single.
Okay, so it's
frame.
probably just like a little square like this.
Yeah.
Little square
Yeah,
mirror.
yeah, just a little one.
Cool.
It
Yeah,
only
so,
weighs like 0.5 pounds. So
but no, you cannot look at yourself with the glasses on.
Alright, well, I'll take your word for it that it wasn't so bad. I do like that line though, galaxies in your eyes, that's very pretty. I thought you were being poetic and maybe flirting a bit.
I don't know how to do either of those things.
Fair enough.
Yeah, things I say are just literal. I don't know how to be fancy.
Yeah, I should know that about you by now. Midnir's the same way, I think.
I
Yeah,
try to
he's-
be fancy. He's still just kind of like woozy. Like
He's a bit more subtle than me, I think.
Yes, but you always tell it like it is.
Yeah, try to.
and yeah, I don't want to lie.
You say what, well, you do lie, but you say what's on your mind and you lie very badly. So that's kind of a, your heart
He's
is
got
on
kind
your
of a puzzled look on his face, just like
sleeve.
trying to remember what he lied about and what he got caught lying about.
It's
Just
like when the
everything.
kid has their hand in the cookie jar and you're like, are you stealing a cookie? And they're like, no. And you're like, I can see you stealing the cookie. And they're like, no.
No, I'm just taking a cookie to eat. I'm not stealing it at all.
Fair enough.
These cookies are for the group, right?
Yeah, the least you could do is steal enough cookies to share. I was that kid, by the way. I'm the one that was always in the cookie jar. I was
That tracks.
better at lying, though.
You're pretty good at snatching things when you need to be.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you learn how to go invisible or how to make people look the other way, cause a distraction somewhere else.
That's easy. You throw a rock.
Throwing rocks works. Throwing expensive vases also works really well, because then they start panicking about their expensive vase.
That one you have to throw just outside of their catching range, though.
Oh yeah, you got to throw it far and hard and make a big noise to get everybody to come running.
The disappearing part, though, I never got. I don't. That. I don't get it.
I could kind of disappear, but it's just because I can move really fast.
If you move fast enough that they didn't see you, were you ever really there?
Exactly.
But then who threw the vase?
So as you guys have this pointless conversation leading off into the night, we haven't played D&D in like a month. Everyone's like, yes.
We're asking the big
RP.
questions here.
The big questions.
If a vase falls in an expensive manner.
Broxy, are you still outside, or are you coming in at some point before to
I
rest with
will
everybody else?
wait until everyone else is quiet and hopefully asleep. Maybe once the guy comes back. He was just doing a perimeter check, right?
He act like for like the entire hour and a half that they're in there cackling and talking and making noise and voicing concerns about Cleary and the universe.
They're
and
jabbering for an hour and a half.
an hour and a half, yeah.
Oh boy.
So while they're all sitting in there talking and you're watching out, you see him sort of like glimpses of him through the storm, and even as the Aquam storm stops, it only lasts about not quite the full time, about an hour of the time that they spend talking, and then it finally stops. You see him sort of weaving around out in the sort of like misty ground that gets left behind as the ice just sort of like lifted up, a sort of like very, very thick, almost dry ice like fog across the bottom of this sort of plane of spiky ice around you. And so you sort of just see him sort of like sort of passing by every now and again. You'll see like the flash of his eyes, but he doesn't come back at any point.
Well, he knows what he's doing, I guess. As long as I know that he didn't just disappear, then yeah, I'll head back in once everybody else gets quiet.
Right. And as you go to find rest, you can all go ahead and take your long rests. You do, at one point, everybody gets a cold threat.
Well, one thing I wanted to do before sleep was use the bracelet to
A bead.
the restoration one that gets rid of that.
Okay. Who would you like to use it on? I don't know who has reduced.
Whoever
HP.
currently has the biggest one.
I think mine was just cured, so I don't have any anymore.
Okay.
I've currently got 7 cold threat.
No, cold threat doesn't get returned
Oh,
on the rate of restoration. Just your HP maximum that has been reduced.
The old HP curse thingy.
Yeah.
If anybody
So if
has
any-
reduced max HP.
I know a lot of you got your HP reduced by the fight you just had, because pretty much every time it hit you, it reduced your max HP.
I think I'm actually good right now.
Mine doesn't show any reduced. I don't remember if I got hit though.
Yeah, this is what happens when you don't play for an
Yeah.
entire
Okay,
month.
I have a -2, so I'm gonna use it on myself then.
Fair enough.
Alright,
You
there you
are
go.
Aaron, because we know Aaron got hit like 4 times.
Yeah, he might have
But I
already
had-
been restored though.
I have 69 of 78 health, so I couldn't have been hit that many times.
I
Unless
mean,
someone healed me.
Yeah.
during the
I'm sure
fight,
we
you
did
were hit
some
a
healing.
lot, but I think you guys did a bunch of healing.
Mm-hmm.
He attacked me a lot, but he also missed a bunch.
He did not do as great as he should have done. It's pretty sad. So
Question: did D&D Beyond change things in the sheet, or did I just forget how to use it?
I think it's still the same.
Okay.
Probably the latter.
How the fuck?
So, as you all find rest for the evening, there is a sudden moment when 8 hours later, after a long rest that you all desperately need, the cold greets you once more as the dome dissipates around you. It's time running out. You feel the cold waking you, and you hear the howl as the one thing that was blocking this cave out from the rest of the elements is now gone, allowing it to sort of create a wind tunnel as the entire area fills
Oh,
with the
fuck.
cold air from the outside.
Oh, that's the worst wake up I've ever had. Oh, God, it's so... Oh, fuck.
Mitnir's still asleep.
Yeah, maybe you're fine.
The cold doesn't like it's cold, but he's just still asleep through it.
You hear kind of a outside, and then you see Glass sort of like step by. You can see that he's feeding fish to the lizard outside. Pokes his head in. He says,
Oh, good morning.
"Morning. I assume you're all rested.
Yeah.
As soon as you're ready, we can begin collecting aquam. I
Shake.
collected what I could last night while remaining on watch.
Oh, that's
And
very
go ahead
kind.
and roll D100 for how much he collected for you.
D100. Roll good. 87. Nice.
Okay, so he got you 870 aquam.
Not like he had anything else to do.
You
So
know
that's
what?
the total AE value of the aquam that he collected while he was doing it.
I don't think we need to collect anymore. That's more than enough.
Yeah, that's an insane amount of aquam.
Yeah, so he literally gave you a bag with 86 10 aquam shards.
So let's just say 86 shards worth 860 aqua.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a second.
Option it's giving me.
Yeah, because
Usually
when I logged in,
at Twitch or whatever.
Yeah,
I use
but
my
have to-
Google for it.
I have multiple Google accounts, and my first one didn't work, so now I have to find the information for the second one, and then we'll go from there.
That's not good.
And just use your Twitch.
Yeah.
So
I do not think I had used that. Twitch usually gives me more problems than Google.
yeah.
Well, we'll get there eventually, I'm sure.
I can log into your character for you.
Yeah, give her a long rest that resets the
All right.
So we're up and at 'em.
So as you guys get
shake
yourself,
Mid, you're awake, and
as you guys get yourselves together and pick yourselves up and begin preparing, how would you guys like to situate yourselves? Because he can get 2 people on the back of his lizard.
Did we want to explore the cave at all?
We still got to explore the cave.
Like at least stick our head down the hole?
Grim will toss everybody a good berry.
oh, thank you,
Uh-huh.
Grim.
I guess instead of spending an hour collecting aqua, we could spend a couple 10 minutes or something just peeking our head in.
All right, but only 10 minutes because I do think we need to get back as soon as possible and get that.
Yeah, I got a lot
Right.
of work to do.
And I don't want to go first this time because last time it was so cold and I'm still just so cold.
Is there like a tunnel? Or like a slip and slide? Or
As you guys begin moving your way back towards the back of the cave, you do see that it looks like an icy sheet that just kind of starts to slope off and down into the darkness.
Oh.
Tell you what,
So,
I'll have a quick peek.
I just want to pack like a snowball and hold it out to Arn and say, "Can you make this shine?"
Yes, I can. Boop.
it kind of
And
looks
then
like
I'm
a
just-
weird disco ball because
And
of
then I'm
all
just
the
gonna
different flecks.
roll it. Just let it roll down this ice sheet.
All right,
Give
so
it a
you
nice
sort of
little-
like push it down, and as you do, you see the light sort of go down and just zip and disappear, like straight down into what looks like one of those crazy ass like ice water slide kind of situations,
Like from Mario 64.
like from Mario 64.
looks fun.
So
First
Orin
step's
is
a
gonna
doozy.
shoot his grapple hook at like a stalagmite or something. So it wraps around.
It's entirely made out of ice around here, so like the sheet, you could try to do
Nothing's
it.
sticking out, or I'm gonna try.
No. I mean, there's like okay, so you shoot it in there.
Don't cause another
Give me
avalanche or
a
anything, guys.
general dexterity check.
Natural 20 for 24.
For 24. Okay, yeah, so it stabs straight into it. You get a nice lock in. Feel stable. Straight
Alright,
into the ice.
I'm gonna descend down.
Okay. So you start propelling yourself down the side. As you do, you feel like the sort of slipping down the ice a little bit, and you can see that this would have been a fast slide. You begin edging your way around, and you see that there's a couple of turns. Do you want to keep like sort of following it, or
Yeah, sure. And I'll turn my light on.
okay? As you begin spelunking through this area, you do shine a light, and you see that there is a slide that seems to twist, and there are gaps and holes into the darkness, where it seems like there's actual pitfalls that go deeper down below. But there is a very obvious slide that continues to sort of follow its way through that looks like it might have been really difficult to stay on.
Going at top speed.
Going at top speed. And it looks like there's like legitimately like a Mario 64 style ice slide down this thing.
So who should go first?
Nobody's going down there. We don't know what's at the bottom. What if you're trapped forever?
I'll talk in the ring that said he can't hear anymore. Because it's platinum.
Well, you said there's a path that goes all the way down, huh?
This thing just keeps going, from what I can tell. I don't know how far down it goes, but there's also kind of like pitfalls or traps, so to speak.
How big are the pitfalls?
Well, if you're sliding down this thing, you will have zero control of where you go. So you're either going to go into a black abyss or careen off into an ice wall. I don't recommend going down here.
Sounds really
Does-
echoey, by the way, while he's down
This
there.
slide has holes.
And then I'll will the grapple hook to pull me back up.
Alrighty.
I have to know.
So I'm
So
going
as
to
it
surf
sort of-
back up the slide.
You know
Yeah,
what?
cranks himself back up.
Why don't, for those of you that are curious, why don't we put it down in our agenda to come back to after this cauldron has been opened so that people can leave? Because right now we're all freezing to death very slowly.
Something
Just
to
put a
check
waypoint
out.
on your mini map and come back.
Maybe with proper spelunking gear so that we don't go careening off into an abyss.
I could just fly back up.
You don't die on the way down.
I mean, you could certainly fly back up as certain things. Definitely your giant eagle would be way too big to make it through some of these tight turns.
If you want to go down there
I've
as
seen
like a little bird,
I've seen a beetle before.
Yeah, you could be like a...
I mean, I kind of want to know.
Actually,
what's at the bottom, but
I'm not certain that any sort of insect could fly in this extreme of a cold. I think that they would probably...
Immediately die.
I wonder if I've seen a snow owl or something at some point.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah,
worst case scenario, I
probably.
can cast gaseous form.
There you go. Yeah.
that works.
But I
Although
kind of want to just go down in the boat with Midnir. Just like danger canoe it and see what happens.
Mindy's just like looking at Seti like, can we do it?
you can't take a boat down there.
As you guys are yelling this and it's echoing out of the cave, Glass pokes his head back in and just goes, "Excuse me. I'm sorry. Are you planning on sliding down into a dark abyss on a boat?"
No, they're just
A boat. Well, a boat can fit more than one person. I was thinking of going down on my shield.
If
But
you
if I
plan
want two
on
people-
going down into the abyss right now, power to you. Please leave the Zephyrite with me.
we're not
It's
in
not
Seti's
doing
bag,
any
it's
such
fine.
thing.
I will wait.
There's the grim things like that. Crazy.
I will wait an aggregate sum of 1 hour, and then I will be leaving.
We're boys, that does sound like a lot of fun. If it was any other place and time, I would be all in for boat sliding because that sounds like a riot. But we have a responsibility to people to get them out of this cauldron. Let's
Do
come
we
back.
have any ability to tell if there's anything magical down there? We have any long range?
I
No.
think the
Things like
closest
that?
is 30 feet. Is like the
Yeah.
closest thing. with the exception of like locate object, if you knew something was magical down there and you were specifically looking for that, I think that's like a mile.
I think it's 1,000 feet.
Oh,
I mean,
I just hate to
Fine.
live.
you see Mitnir start like scratching an X on the floor.
We'll
That's
come
how
back
it
here
works.
at a later time if it's
Yeah,
safe.
so I marked it so I can come back.
Yeah. Well, yes. We need to use our resources now to get home. Get out of here. But we'll come back and do some boat
So-
sliding.
Once I get back up to the top, the grapple just fizzles away into water, which quickly turns to ice.
mhm. Right then.
All right, let's go.
So
Yeah.
Arn, what do you think when we come back of riding a boat down the slide?
Who, me?
Yeah. With Grim
I
and
mean,
me.
And me.
I'd rather not be in the boat, to be honest.
Okay, he can follow the boat. You can ride in the boat with
I
us.
can
maneuver
Can I
better
cast
without the
levitate
boat.
on the boat?
But then is it really a
Just go
slide?
right into the roof?
It's not really the way that levitate works.
What if we
It
start
can
to
go
fall?
it can go up and down, and that's it. You can't do anything else with it. Like it can't. It
Well, you
doesn't
can
go
push it.
forward. Yeah, you can
It
push
does
it.
if you
But if
push
it's
it, yeah.
already sliding, it's got forward momentum, and then the levitate is only there if we start to, like, if the hole is coming up, I cast levitate, and then we glide right over the hole.
Sure.
You would keep going straight at that level though.
Mm.
And then
You
we
would
crash
stop
into a
going
wall
down.
and all die.
Probably.
I mean, I can levitate up and down. I could just kind of turn.
That's what Grim's fingers are for.
Yeah, the
This all
tentacles, they
sounds
grab things. Okay, we have a
Simple.
beautiful
Like a
plan.
wonderful plan.
This is
Oh,
what we're
yeah.
talking about as we
We're
leave the
already
cave.
mounting up. I'm already on the ice serpent.
Someday.
Like, we can shoot the shit about this as we're traveling.
Are other people turning into the things for movement purposes, or what's going on?
Yeah, so I think
we only need one bird, right?
yeah, the biggest people, well, Mitnir and me on the ice serpent, and then that just leaves Grim and Oren and Propsy to somebody needs to barrel up and then carry the other two.
Probably better for me to do it 'cause I'm the heaviest.
Certainly make your fly speed less reduced.
Yes. Alright, Grimbird.
So as you all mount up, you begin moving again, led through this sort of almost, again, it's almost like just like a plane of sharp ice. Like it looks like it would be very difficult to navigate if it weren't for Glass there, who seems to have actually made a path for you guys out away in the direction you're meant to go. And now you're sort of realizing where all that aquam came from. Is as he was weaving around outside, he was actually opening a path in the spikes for the lizard to
Oh.
make his way out. And as you guys continue moving that way relatively simply, who would like to roll a d10 for your continued travels?
Oh, who did it the first time? Was that Billin? And we just go around the Discord?
Sure.
So I think
D10
that
you said?
means good this.
So I'll go this one. That's a 7.
7.
Grim Storm 2.0.
As you guys keep pushing heavy into the into your travel home, you see that there is a thick curtain of snow that seems to be like very thick and deep. Just everybody give me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. 19.
19.
Hey,
11.
17.
Mitnir.
Or-
I'm disappointed in you.
The +9.
Yeah, so with a DC of 20, I'm just so sad 'cause you guys got so good.
Oh, we were so close.
You were so close. Everybody's gonna take 3 cold threat.
Oh
I
no.
almost had a 23. It was on 19. It hit the
Just
wall and then
nicked
went to
over.
run.
Oh, did anyone
Those
ever at
stupid
any
walls.
point? Did anyone ever at any
I need
point
a bigger
give me
computer monitor. It wouldn't hit the wall.
inspiration die? Do those last like forever?
I don't know how long they last.
Oh,
Inspiration dies.
It's like if somebody's given me one at some point, I've never used it.
it's only for 10 minutes.
Oh man,
Never used what?
Inspiration.
inspiration die or guidance or any of those nonsense.
I think I've been given inspiration twice this entire time, so I never remember how to use it.
For your this section of journey, as you guys make the morning trek, continue your way through, you all feel the cold seep into your bones, the curse increasing. And who would like to roll the next d10?
It's kind of cold today.
We're doing a shortened version, so you guys only need 3 more of these to make it home.
I rolled a 1.
Oh shit.
Rolled a
Greg.
1.
Wouldn't that be bad?
Rolled a 1. You know what? Because we did that last time, you guys already hit that one. You roll again. You guys rolled a 1 last time we were doing this.
Okay, here we go. Cool. I rolled a 3.
Oh, I switched that to the other one. Okay. In that case, we're gonna push it to the next one that we haven't done this time. So you're traveling, and as you are, the thick blizzard comes once again. And as you're making your way through, you see a small light moving erratically through the snow. And then everybody make me a Constitution saving throw for the downpour of snow, for another cold threat
Oof, that's
potential.
7.
7. You take a cold threat.
5.
Cold
5.
threat.
I rolled a 5.
20.
You succeed. You do not take a cold threat.
Another con?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Single digits are really hurting.
22.
You do not take a cold threat. What'd you get, Mitnir?
Oh, I got a 12.
You still take a cold threat.
Yeah.
That one was only a 15 DC, but okay. As you guys are moving through in the snow, the cold's still around you. You do see that there's a little light, just sort of in the distance, probably about maybe a quarter mile out of your way. You can see it moving, hopping about.
Have my glasses on.
I rolled perception.
Kind of pointed out the glass.
I got a natural 1 and a natural 20 on my advantage perception check.
Oh, well then you can tell just by the way it's hopping, that's a frog boy.
It's a frog!
Making his way around in the snow.
Grim will get all excited and go, "Caw, caw, caw, caw." Of course, nobody understands. So they're gonna go fly towards it.
So suddenly, while you guys are traveling, again, Grim's not flying very high because he's trying to keep track, and you guys are in this this thick snowstorm. So he's sticking close to the lizard, and then suddenly you see him just sort of veer off, and you notice immediately with your passive perception that he veers off. Starts heading towards that light.
I just pointed out the glass and say we need to follow him.
He nods, takes the lizard, and starts steering her in that direction. As you guys, it's easy enough to catch up to this guy. He doesn't move fast. He's just hopping around, and as you come into view and you see him with his little lantern and his little 3-piece suit and his mustache and monocle, and you guys swing back around, you can see that he's just got frozen snot coming out of his little nose, and he's just...
I hop off of the lizard. I tell Glass to stop and go running towards the frog. And I'm digging in my bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I'm ready this time. And I take out the bag of hard drugs.
The bag of hard drugs?
Yeah.
Hypnotoad. Oh man, I'm a bird that don't have any money.
I
He sticks his tongue out.
Toss them in.
He goes...
The frog hide.
And as he does, he sticks out his tongue, and there are 10 cold tokens sitting on the strife tokens sitting on his tongue.
I take the tokens and I shove them in.
You shove the tokens back into his mouth. Oh boy.
Going down the rabbit hole.
It's like the trading up.
Now
from a
that we know
penny.
what he does, I mean, we have to find out all the different things he does. What is... We've got so many tokens, I don't need those 10.
Okay, so hold up. I'm trying to do my math here. So you did 10 cold tokens,
Yes.
which is the equivalent of... Okay, so that puts you on... Roll a D100.
D100. 91.
Okay, 1 second. I need to get my tables pulled up. Which one was it? D? I think it's D.
Loot table.
Yep, blue table D. Sorry. All right, you said 91?
Yes.
He goes, All right. He opens his mouth, and there are 2 little bent pieces of metal.
Oh. What kind of metal?
Are they platinum?
Hold up, I'm almost there. Oh, sorry, there's 4 of them. And
Alright.
they are made out of iron. You're able to pick them up.
4 bent pieces of iron.
They're magical?
Do you have the... Roll an Arcana check for me.
Ooh, so you traded tokens for bent nails?
I hope not. Oh, that's 22. Arcana.
22. These, looking close at them, they are very innately scrolled on with little tiny inlaid runes that are just right in the groove of these horseshoes that you were looking at.
They're magical horseshoes.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should keep those for now.
Alright. But it better have been worth it. Those were good drugs. Put them
Did
in
you
my
try
room.
them? Like, when did you have time?
I didn't try the drugs, but I know they were good ones. I know a good
Orin's
bag of
gonna-
drugs when I see
I
one.
have heard that horseshoes are a symbol of luck.
Orin's gonna hop down and throw in 4 aquium shards.
Oh yeah, yes, because it's just the 4 aquam shards that are 10. Yeah,
Or-
so he just goes,
They're ingots, he said.
and he's going to give you 4 cold tokens.
4 cold tokens?
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
Yeah,
Guess he doesn't like aquam.
No, it's
everywhere.
the price of aquam versus the price of cold tokens comes out to about that.
Oh, okay.
Like 10 per.
They're 10 platinum per cold token, or strife token, technically is what they're called. But
Which is what aquam is, I think.
aquam is
Yeah.
1 platinum per.
You know, we had a couple of
So each ingot is, or each ingot worth is 10, so that would be 10 platinum per ingot. 1 platinum per AE.
I'll take 4
mean,
tokens, I guess.
If we really wanted to gamble, don't we have a box of platinum right now?
Yeah, but I don't think we want to just give that away.
Yeah, platinum's really good out in the, real world. It's, we could do a lot with that. That said, we had a couple of weapons. I think they're in Brapsi's bag. But there was like a longbow that we were holding on to for no reason because nobody uses it. And then there was that sword that we all talked about but nobody ever used. We could try giving those up and see what we get in exchange.
I don't even know what sword you're talking about, so.
The Sword of Vengeance.
Mhm.
We
Who
all
has
talked
that?
about using it, and then nobody ever did. So, but we still have it. If I recall correctly.
Technically, I also have a bag of tricks that I never remember to use, and at this
Oh.
point, I think that
You
even
could
if
trade
I
up.
pull them out, I don't think that they would ever hit anything. Even a direwolf would like at this point, like good luck. I feel bad.
So
Like,
what
I
do
never
you
used them because I didn't want them to die, and now trading them in, like they're still kind of dying.
I
What are you
mean,
talking about?
That's what they're for. They're illusory
She had the
animals.
bag of
There's a
tricks.
You use
gray
them to
Oh.
bag
fight.
of tricks.
Oh, the bag of yeah.
I don't remember how I got it either.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Well, anything anybody wants to throw in, go for it.
A bag
Because
of
we
tricks.
could get some valuable shit.
Yes,
I mean-
the gray bag of tricks.
How much?
Excuse me.
Bless you. How much like gold is a bag of tricks worth?
You don't know.
Yeah,
You
depends on
know.
the buyer.
Hmm.
You have no frame of reference. You have never asked a living soul what its value might be, and I don't think that you, as a character, put that much value into money. I feel like,
Mhm.
but you know,
Oh, what if I put Cleary's stuff in there? The hammer and chisel.
Duh.
Oh my god, that would be so spiteful. I'm really tempted.
whoop.
I vetoed that one just because it was really good at making a hole in the ground.
I mean, it could also be really good at like making a door in a cave wall or
Yeah,
a
they're
house
really
or
good.
Literally any
really good
physical
items.
material.
But I mean, can you imagine? Oh, I gave them to a frog.
And I got this hat.
Yeah, do you like my hat? I traded your weapons for this. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm so
So-
tempted.
Do we think it's just value based, or do we think it's like uniqueness of item and value?
Maybe both. We don't know. But I think we should... Let's put that longbow in there. I don't know if it was a magical longbow or not, but we had a longbow. Pretty sure we never sold it. But I believe it's in Bropsy's bag. Because I don't think I was carrying weapons.
Forgot to give you your change. Hold up.
Who's changed?
You, ears.
Do we have anything else in the bags? Because I know a lot of the random stuff that we've come across has just gone into the bags.
Yeah,
Mhm.
mine's pretty much empty of anything that I want to get rid of. I have the Zephyrite, Gold Watch, Silver Spectacles, Fist-Size Opal, Notes from the Zombie Temple,
We
Steel
still
Mirror,
have-
and the Horseshoes. Because
We still have the basilisk eyeballs and skin from like the fucking very beginning.
get rid of those. Get rid of those. That was so long.
Uh,
Those things are
You do
nasty
also
now.
get 2 potions of healings.
I get 2 potions
So,
too.
you know. Those also come out with the horseshoes. 2 potions of healing.
We also have this 10 feet of phase worm silk
Oh, but that shit's cool.
and that 6-foot long wood from the living tree.
Yo, that's mine. I'm working on that. Thanks.
Okay.
I've started
Make a
carving it.
silk dress. We have 3 love potions. Or did we sell those?
I
never
said we
took
You
them?
sold
sold those.
Okay.
You guys have listed all kinds of stuff you could give to this toad if you want. I mean,
Okay.
you listed a sword, you listed a
We have
bag
the
of
basilisk
stuff.
eyeballs, the basilisk skin, the bow, the sword, the bag of tricks.
Yeah, get rid of the sword, I think, and the bow. And if bag of tricks, I vote for that too. If we're not using it, it's useless anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do all those items.
I looked at it like the challenge rating is a 1.
Yeah, they're really
Like,
useless
the
at this
best
point.
thing it does. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
they
so
can make for
Sword,
useful
bow,
distractions.
and bag of tricks are all going in the mouth.
And the basilisk pieces.
And
What's the bow?
basilisk.
Is it just a bow?
I
It
think
says,
it's just a longbow.
yeah, it might just be a longbow. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. My
I'm
notes-
trying to get together what you guys get out of this, and I think I need my notepad, which I didn't think I would need, because I didn't think I would have to break this down so weirdly. Figured you guys, with all the money you have, would just use some fucking money.
We could
Well,
always
we're going
take a
to get
little
rid of
break.
our
We're
items
while
first,
we-
and
Yeah,
then
we're
we'll
recycling.
try.
Yeah, you're recycling.
Yeah.
No, this is genius. There's nothing wrong with it at all.
So Mitnir
Let's
will
take a little
sadly.
break while you do your.
I just need a thing that can write. We can take a break if you guys want.
Okay.
So
It is
Mitnir's
about
gonna
break time.
reach into the bag of holding that Brobsy has, and toss in the cursed bone thing that I've been told I can't use.
We could have got it identified, but alright.
Okay, so you're
Okay, so-
taking.
So everybody
Oh.
tell Gagnor what you're throwing in, and then he'll use the
Okay,
break to figure
give
out
me
what
a
to do.
second. I
He
need
needs to. You need a pencil.
I need a pencil, please.
Okay, you find a
You
pencil.
should have one because I put one in there, but I'll bring you another one.
Well, we've been grabbing
On-
so many things to do so many things. Like I don't know.
I don't have an inventory. I'm a bird.
Do we?
You can
still-
change
okay,
out of your bird form and use it again. It's fine.
I have a
No, but I only get
question.
2 per day.
Can you turn the? Thank you. Okay, so a
Okay,
list of what you guys
hang
are. A list of what you guys are putting in. Bag of tricks.
No, stop. Not yet. Gem of brightness. That's a thing that's in the inventory. I don't remember this existing, or if we care about it.
What is it?
Gem of brightness. This prism has 50 charges. While you are holding it, you can use an action to speak one of 3 command words to cause one of the following effects. The first command word
You've
causes
never
the gem
done
to shed
anything
bright
with the
light
gem of brightness.
in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional
We don't,
30
we
feet.
don't need light
Uh,
anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say get rid of it.
Okay.
Throw it in the frog.
Okay, so gem of brightness.
Okay, so we on the list of things that we're throwing in this guy's mouth all at the same time. Basilisk eyeballs. 2 of
2.
them. Basilisk skin. I don't know exactly how much skin. The bow. The sword of vengeance. The bag of tricks. The cursed bone. And the gem of brightness.
So I will put that up. Do we want to keep the cursed bone and idea it, or do we just want to fuel the recycle?
Sure, just toss it in.
At this point, we're trading a mystery item for another mystery item. Like, it doesn't make that big of a difference.
So cursed bone thing.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I don't have anything else. I've just went through all my stuff. I have nothing else to give up. So.
Okay.
Do we still have an ornate jewelry box? That
Yes,
may be very
yes, you
outdated.
do.
Okay, so I might have missed something, so let me list it one more time. I got bag of tricks, gem of brightness, basilisk eyes and skin,
Uh-huh.
sword of vengeance,
Uh-huh.
cursed bone thing.
Cursed bone,
Longbow.
longbow, and a jewelry box, an ornate jewelry box.
Where did we get that?
I don't know. We might have stolen it from that hag that we killed when we met Buddy. I don't remember. We also have a 20-pound organ from an ice salamander. I don't know what we got that for.
Do we still have the 4 intricately carved orbs?
Yes, but those haven't been identified yet. And they were from a sculpture that Cleary led us to, so they might be
Fair enough.
important.
Okay.
Do we want to
Okay,
give up
is
the
that-
20-pound ice salamander organ, though?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wasn't it like a
Wasn't that opal?
So you guys are doing this.
Frozen crystal?
You guys are like grabbing all your stuff to organize to decide if you're giving it to this toad, like right in front of him, and you can see that the toad just going, just watching your stuff being passed back and forth. His eyes kind of bug out for a second and twitch.
probably the drugs?
Did something pique your interest, or are you not interested in something?
And I've got the glasses on, so I can see what's really going on there.
You look at him and you see the guy that's sitting inside the thing, like sitting at the teller's desk, gets the drugs and he shakes it for a second and then he just lights it up and starts smoking and he's like
Now we're gonna get the good stuff.
inside.
All right, perfect.
And you
Okay.
look back at the toad and his eyes are just
If anybody has anything else, now's the time to bring it up.
Roxy does ask, "Are you okay?"
He just croaks.
Yeah, I don't have any more boat boat patches. I can't throw a boat in there. So.
Wait, was something else? Oh, the ice salamander thing?
Yeah, 20-pound ice salamander organ. You get that, babe?
Sure.
Which I think was like a frozen crystal something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was not a sapphire.
Not a
Opal.
fracture. No, it wasn't an opal.
Ooh, we could throw in the fractures we have that we haven't used.
No, we're not throwing those in there.
Oh, yeah. Mine aren't here, so I don't care.
That fire fracture is. I've made a promise to that.
How about those corpse pieces we were carrying around to resurrect?
Should we open up the jar of multiplicity for all of them diamonds?
Not yet. No.
Gagnor's about to break.
Okay.
Right.
So, are you guys done?
Yes. Let's go
So
to
you
bed.
guys shove this all in? No, I'm good.
Oh, you're
But you
good.
can take a break if you... Yeah. So you guys shove this all in and he goes... Nah. 31 stripe tokens.
Do we put all the tokens back in? 31's a lot. Get you something better than the
Do
socials.
it.
You gonna
All
stick
right.
all 31 back in?
Yes.
And my 4.
25 total.
25 total that you're putting back in?
35.
35.
You're putting 35. Okay. Let me go back to my sheet. Jesus Christ. 35 is Jesus.
It's a lot.
Oof. You're just a little short too.
No! What can we add?
No,
Can we add the
Throw
living
it
tree?
in.
Add the living tree in the phase worm silk. Do it!
I got the sleeping maiden stat too.
No!
Throw in that
That's
pentacle
a
chisel
good-
and hammer.
Agreement.
No, you guys got that. You guys got that. Oh, he's high. I'll give you the 100. He's high.
I can just see like City's there trying to like throw everything out of the bag. Like, yeah, we'll just keep it in. We're like, no, put that back in.
Dude. Alright, so you guys are gonna get 2 items. Alright? I need you to
Oh.
2 people to roll a D100.
I already did one, so I'm tapping out.
I want to roll one because I can't do anything else because I'm a bird.
How about the 2 birds? Bropsy and Grim get to roll.
73.
73.
Are you sure?
Yes, go
Yeah,
for it.
do it.
Oh
We
boy.
believe in you, Nikita.
Knock on wood. Okay.
Can I give her inspiration for this?
Sure. Doesn't really matter.
It'll be
Huh?
plus or a D8 or
89.
Oh,
That's
Oh, that's a
89.
good year. That's a good year.
You can add a D8 if you want to.
89.
It was a 1, so 90.
I probably shouldn't be having so much fun brushing my hair while we do this.
Nice. Just find all the different things you can do to it now.
I can't even see it that way.
I'm gonna give you the option to, since you're using that thing, I will say you can take 89, 88, or 90. I will give you your choice of any one of those.
But how
You just have to
I don't.
But what
80,
year is
88, 89, or 90. They're all 3 different items.
88 is year of the dragon.
fuck.
89 is year of the snake. What's 90? Is that a horse or something?
Horse.
I know,
Horse.
but double
I'm-
Well,
seven.
obviously dragons are the coolest.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with 89 because that is what fate had me roll.
Okay.
And I'll hate myself for it if I don't like the item, but you know.
Okay, that's my birth year. You can do it, I believe.
88 best birth year.
Oh yeah.
Or you can use your DM's discretion and
Wait, so
go with whichever one you
Armula-
think would be the most amusing for the party to get.
You're 88 too.
Let me actually read this.
Right?
All right, let's take our break. And when we
So
get back,
is
I'll tell you
our
what
other
pops out
brother.
of its mouth. Okay.
Oh, he's making us
Awesome.
wait 5 minutes.
I
I'm
think
gonna-
it's
Oh,
worth
no.
it. We're getting toys after. This
Alright.
is like going to bed on Christmas Eve.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta
nice.
read this real quick and see if it's not too OP real quick. Give me a minute.
This will
It's
be like
too
being
OP for sure.
All right, we're going to break. Back in 5, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
And we're back, guys. So, as it goes, and opens its mouth, you guys will find that a long curved blade, well, not that long, I guess, but moderately length curved blade, seems like it is made entirely out of a cold steel metal, very similar looking to the metal that Teddy wields, but it looks almost like it's made out of ice itself. The little crystal adornments just look like ice, and it is cold and glowing. Sitting next to that is a single crystalline pearly spindle.
A spindle?
Yeah, it's like a little cut of gemstone.
Does it look like a fracture?
No, most of the fracture you've seen look like they're orbs.
Okay.
This is like a thin spindle of like a pearly. Like it's pearlescent.
Okay.
I
Take it
think
up.
Bropsy already grabbed it.
I would like to pick it up. Say, thank you.
The scimitar that clanks to the ground in front of you. Anybody wants to pick that up?
Go ahead,
The
Grim.
only person who can use it.
I mean, Grim's a bird still.
Oh, I will pick it up for you in the meantime.
Luckily, it is made out of a metal that is.
Grim
That
can
you can
hold?
touch.
What's it made out of?
It's not gold, copper, or silver.
It's not gold, copper, or silver, so
Oh,
Or
there you go.
electrum.
yeah. Yeah. I think technically it's just made out of ice. That's been tempered. So, as you get your weapon and pick it up, whoever's picking that up, and your little spindle, the frog goes.
I think we're good.
Well, we can try giving him money. I don't know what money would give us.
He does a very dramatic bow as you say, I think we're good, and begins hopping away.
Yeah, we'll keep our money.
All right.
You be safe now.
Back on the
We
lizard. Let's get out
Just
of here.
gambled with our items, not with our cash. We can use our cash to buy what we need.
That's true. Never gamble with cash. Because cash is
Mhm.
important, and if you lose it, you can
Money
lose
can
other
get
things.
you
That's
like
fine.
anything, whereas
Yeah.
items
If I
can't.
lose a family heirloom, like a ring or something, I can always get the replacement made with the money I still have. And then nobody will know the difference.
That reminds me, when we get back to the thing, the ledge, whatever it was called,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll have to fix your ring so you can wear it.
Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot about the rings. But if you could make it out of gold, that would be fine. Or silver. I like silver.
I could just put a layer on the inside so that it stays on your finger.
Oh.
Smart cookie. Okay, so as you guys get back on your lizard and Grim,
Bird's grooming himself.
yeah,
I was grooming myself.
and you guys begin moving yet again. Only 2 more rolls, guys. Who would like to roll a d10?
I think it's Mood's turn.
Okay. That's a 10.
Then,
Why couldn't I roll that high on when I was rolling D?
as you guys are moving through the ice and the snow, you see a sort of shimmering ripple appear out of the corner of your eye. You, Orin, feel a sense of dread for a second as you see the light falling into it.
Ooh,
Falling into what?
like
As
a
you-
ripple.
There's like a ripple, but you can see that sort of same with the light being stretched and falling into it.
Ooh.
As you ride around it, you see Glacé. That's worth checking. When these gates appear out in the snow, they can take you anywhere, but it might be closer to where we're headed.
But how do we know without
Or
going
like
through it?
another area in the cauldron.
Yes. You can see what's through.
Oh, all right.
So as you guys begin riding around, you can see there's this portal and there's this hole, and where you can see where the horizon doesn't line up when you look at it at a certain angle.
We have a bad history with portals, though. Some of us get snatched when we go through them by evil things.
Hey, we can still check it out.
Nothing's worth risking you getting snatched, though.
Well, that only happens on the Selindor portals.
Yes,
Well, even
but
then, it's only the return crystals and stuff that.
how do we know this isn't another one that would happen on?
Because
There's no tree roots.
he didn't make the cauldron.
What can I see through it with a 20 perception?
Yeah. Looking
Northside
through
didn't-
the portal and using your general memory of the layout, you are definitely looking out over what appears to be more or less the ledge's location.
Can we see the SETI statue? The giant.
You can see the hand coming out over the horizon.
Well, there you go.
That is closer.
That's like a day and a half closer.
Well, if you really think this isn't going to be a problem, then I trust you. But I am worried for you.
If you're that worried, we can all hold hands when we go through, so that if I get snatched, we all get snatched.
We all get snatched, alright.
Everyone hold hands.
Am I carrying Aura and then Brapsy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least I'll have a Grim with them if they get snatched.
I mean, you can
Alright.
probably,
Have you
if it's
tried?
that close, you could probably not be a bird, and we can walk through.
Well, that's true. Is it on the ground or is it above though?
It's just barely hovering above the ground, so it'd be easy enough for a lizard or a person to jump in.
Oh, okay.
Last you've traveled to these before?
Oh yes, I have.
Well, just in
It's
case
always
Grim's
been
gonna stay
reliable,
right.
no problems.
It's not always taking you where you wish to go, but it always takes you where you see. These rips, I believe, we always thought were the means by which the black goat monster used to get around.
Fair enough.
I thought he had generated them, but it appears that they're naturally occurring.
Well, I don't trust it, but I do trust you and I trust Oren, so let's give it a whirl and we can save ourselves a lot of time.
As you guys approach this and make your way towards the sort of ripple that leads to the ledge directly, you hear the sound in the background. Thump, 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 thump. Hey!
Oh shit, it's
As
our
the frost
friends!
giants see you once again and begin traipsing
Go,
after
go,
you.
go!
Everybody in the portal! Hold
As
it.
you guys zip through the portal, you hear, "Huh! Where'd they go?" Echoing from behind in the portal behind you as you guys enter through. And as you step through, just an instant, you find yourself on the other side. You were all holding hands?
Yeah.
I
I
lied.
don't know.
Not
if
an
glass
instant at
was,
all.
but-
As you guys step through,
I
I
told
would have
you!
tried to grab his hand if he would have let me.
sure. As you guys start to step through, you see what looks to be a winding tunnel through black space. In all directions, you see these pockets and these holes. And you see moving in a strange direction, not seemingly having noticed any of you, is an incarnation of Northought moving from one of these portals to another. And you can just see he begins peering into one portal, reaches its hand inside, comes back, ripping, and you see this body in its hand, and it lets go, and the body turns to dust. And then you see that another one begins moving below you, and you look up, and you see that this is a column of these sort of twisted pathways of black, going up almost infinitely, and hundreds of incarnations of Northought moving. Almost like... I don't want to describe it the way that I'm thinking about describing it because it will trigger Nikita. So just...
I can
There's a
check
lot
them
of
for a
them.
moment.
Just a lot of them
Oh,
moving
that.
in and out.
Okay, that was enough.
Um,
I grab a blanket for protection.
and as you guys find yourself just stepping forward, moving, see if they notice you.
Can I cast Pass Without Trace?
You can. If you were to make a
I'd like
stealth
to
check
do that.
Oh, shit.
And add
And
10.
it gets, yeah.
and add 10.
For me, that is a 30.
That's a 34 for me.
Nice.
I
That's
got a net 20.
20 for
Oh my
me. I'm glad
God.
we got plus 10.
31
Yeah,
for
I got
me.
a 22. That was with advantage.
All right. So as you guys just all instinctively hold your breath, and you look, one of them floats right past you. Like you could feel its hoof like scraping against like the top of whatever this boundary that has tunneled you through to the other side is. And its half just like sort of clunks against it and goes and keeps floating through. It's like a drone just moving without much recognition of what's happening.
I'm assuming Seti just like squeezed tighter because this is my first time seeing this. It was just like, huh?
And as you guys find yourself through on the other side, the cold greets you once more. And as you step through, none of them seem to have noticed you.
Oh my god. See, I was right. That was very
was that?
dangerous and a bad idea. We should never have done it. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? There were so many of them. Holy shit.
I mean, yeah. Let's see that almost every time we go through something.
Glass, these portals
I've
are
never
not safe.
seen that.
That's because you've never been in
Glass is
contact
just
with
like,
them.
the fuck were those?
That's
Those
the
are
thing
outsiders
that's,
of Northought.
that's Northought, the thing that's been hunting us. And
That is
he's trying to destroy the
significantly
world.
more frightening than what was hunting us.
Yeah. We thought what was hunting you was one of those, and we were wrong. Thank God, because one of those could probably have killed all of us, and I think that was hunting you guys wasn't so bad. But
I mean, we could take one of those.
He thinks back on the trauma of his life for a moment.
We could kill one of those. I'm still confident.
Well,
But that was like a million billion of them. I mean,
I
good
will
call.
let the captain know that that is not a safe means of travel anymore.
I don't think it ever was. You just didn't see what it really was.
The only
Enough.
reason you saw that is because you were connected to me at the time.
For some reason, he can see the reality of the situation. But unfortunately, the
Right.
reality can see him back sometimes.
Fair enough. Well then,
Me.
let's
Get
be
home.
gone.
Oh, for the future, from here on out, you might see that anytime you go through something like that now.
Just stay away from those portals. They're not good.
Will do. You guys make a safe rest of the way in. Like the portal took you pretty much everywhere you needed to go. Just a short, like 30-minute.
Letty is very
Jaunt.
deliberately not looking at the giant statue that is very hard to avoid looking at.
As you guys pass by that, you can see that there's like actually people just like sitting on their watch, just like a couple of rangers just leaning on spears, just looking at the statue from the edge of the cliff, which again is like a 1,000-foot drop to nothing, and they're all just sort of sitting on the edge, just like, man, that's a nice statue. Yeah, it really livens up the place, doesn't it?
She's not that pretty.
No, she's a pretty one. You see a girl that pretty and never let her go. Anyways, so you
I should
guys,
cheer you up, Seti.
as you guys pass by and head towards your, said he just starts bawling on the on the lizard as you guys make your way through. As your arrival happens, you see that the hatch slides back open, and the lizard comes back into its spot. You guys dismount, and after a very short amount of time, you hear the noise of. So you all made it back, did you? Ah,
Some of
Almost
us.
all.
And just a little colder.
We have
Then
a fuckload of Zephyrite and
Glass
quite a
turns
few
and
tokens.
says, we lost 2. Right then. I'll do the counter.
But, and I'll take out. I don't remember how many tokens I had. I wrote it on my other sheet.
I think we all had the same.
Yeah, we divided
Which
it
is
all up.
48.
Yeah.
47, sorry. 47.
So
Well, I have 47.
We can-
You and I have 47.
for as long
I
as
also have 47.
I'll just surrender all of my tokens if you're going to the counter anyway. And
Are you guys all just putting your tokens out?
I am.
Yep.
Yeah, we have to. We're required to.
I don't know. You guys could try to hide them. I don't know.
No,
230,
we'll be fine.
237? What?
So
Keep
Keep track of how many it is.
we have 47 each with 2 left over. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 47 plus 2.
237. Right?
Alright. So as you guys hand that amount over, he says, and you got the Zephyrite. Oh,
630 pounds of it.
you've turned quite the profit. If the
Also-
doctor can work as quickly as we hope he can, we might be going soon.
That black goat monster thing is gone. We killed it.
He looks over at Glass, sighs. Glass just... Like a mouse, by the way. Not yours.
His now.
Right then. Well, you all did well. You should rest up. Get yourself something to eat. I'm pretty sure Johnny's on the grill.
Right. About that.
If you could take whatever Zephyrite you got, meet the doc. He's at mid-level deck.
I'll go with you, Seti. We'll drop that off. I gotta
Yeah.
talk to the doc anyway.
He's in
Yeah.
his workshop. It's carved into the mountain. But look for the blue door. Right?
Right. Will do. Thank you.
Welcome back. Welcome home. And he scoops up Glass and gives him an unwanted, big, huge bear hug. Glass is just like... He's like, I'm sorry about you boys. They're good lads. He sets him down, pats him on the head, and then just sort of... Boom, 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 with his big, heavy iron feet. Walks away, sort of out of view. To continue with his management of the ledge.
All right. Well, do we all want to go to the doctor together, or would some of you like to just go get food?
Well, I'm coming to the dock with you because I
I
gotta
mean,
talk to
I'll
him.
go. It's always fun to see what people are gonna make.
All right.
Glass heads off immediately to go do things that he needs to do, and you guys are NPC-less, so do as you wish.
Let's go. Let's go to the dock, all of us.
Okay. So, as you guys begin making your way around deck, you do find that there are a lot of buildings that seem to be like sort of carved in or latched to the wall. But on the mid deck, as far as you could get based on his instructions, you do find a singular blue door that is attached directly to the ice shelf itself. And as you swing this door open, there's this sort of creaky sound, and you look down into what appears to be an intricately carved out section of ice. And inside, you see that there is metal railings and workbenches, and this is like a mad scientist's ice compound.
I mean, as Orin walks in, he's gonna be like, "Is this here the whole time? I
Here,
was working in a hut."
you guys sort of like see like a head kind of pop up out of the back of a shell, like just from behind the back of a shell, and look around a little bit with big goggles. You guys, now I did just hear somebody approach yonder. Where could they be?
We've got your Zephyrite.
Hmm. Oh, hi there. Welcome on back. It's been quite a time.
Yes.
Come on in with that Zephyrite. I'm quite tickled to see it.
Well, how much did you want? And I'll just start pulling out like 50 pounds.
300 pounds, I believe, is what. Oh, dear goodness. You caught us in some good chunks. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. 50-pound chunkers. Oh, these are perfectly cut.
And here's
Y'all did
100-pound
these
chunk.
yourselves. That's a little big for me, but I'll get it all shaved out for you. Are you pulling it all out or just the 300
I'll pull out
pounds he needs?
300 pounds.
He goes, well, that looks like it about do. You see, he pulls out some scales, starts weighing the smaller chunks and all the pieces, and says, yeah, that'll do it.
Now, if you
That'll
need
do it
cut
just fine.
into specific shapes, SETI can do that real easily.
This chisel
I
cuts
do,
things
in
like
fact,
butter.
need that.
All right.
Well, I could really use it. That would accelerate my time frame by, hell, about a week, actually.
Yeah, do you want to just hang on to this? I don't need it in the meantime. Or I can use
He looks at it
cut
very
for
closely.
you.
He's like, I do believe this is a magical alignment that requires its owner to
Well,
be attuned
it
to
still
it
cuts.
magically.
It still cuts pretty well, I think.
I'd rather just leave that in your capable
All right, I'll
hands
hang out
if you'd
with
like
you.
to
and
help me, dear.
I'll help you cut pieces. That's fine. I don't have anything better to do.
Much obliged.
We do have a little bit more Zephyrite if you need more for anything else. I believe maybe Oren was going to keep some and wanted to talk to you about other ideas he has that might.
Oh yeah, I've worked with Zephyrite quite a bit. Don't be experimenting with that now. It's pretty easy to make that shit blow right up.
Oh yeah.
Last thing you want to do is also make half the mountain float away. I'll tell you, it's happened before. People messing around with Zephyrite.
Oh, we wouldn't dream of doing it here.
Well,
Certainly not without your expertise.
certainly
and
the
guidance.
best place to do it would be here in my workshop. But y'all just don't be doing it without my supervision.
Of course.
Should you hit it? Do you smash it? Do you?
Oh goodness, do we want a crash course right now? Well, hot doogity. And you see he sets down what looks like some sort of like little twisted coil of metal down in front of him, and he sort of like picks up
I just want to make
his
sure if it
tools
ends up in
and
my hands, I don't make a big hole again.
worry not. You're not gonna be making a big hole up in here without my say so. I'm pretty good about making sure everything's done orderly like. And you see he's got his tools like on a nice, like neat, perfectly OCD level organized pile. That goes there. You know, this one goes here. Triple palm tuner right there.
Nice set of tools you got there.
Oh yes, I've been. You know how hard it has been to make / collect these over the past couple of years here in the middle of this cauldron. I tell you, it was quite the task.
My tools are kind of built in.
Built in like a multi-tool.
Like flash my hand and like.
It's like, and you
turn
can
them
see
into
like,
tools and stuff.
yeah, you want like just from your fingertips, little sparks start flying, little tweezers, and it's like, oh,
Crazy shit happening.
holy cat monkey! I better be taking a peek-see inside of that and see how you work, sir. You made out of rock chip electronics and bolts? You one of them robo boys?
No, it's from a fracture. It's very handy.
Well, I'll be.
Both literally.
I did
and
spend a little bit of time speaking to some folks in here who done absorb the fractures, but I've never actually seen one. Quite so funny.
Yeah, this one's been very useful.
Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying its use. I could make use of a talented young man such as yourself here in my workshop. You want to speed things up a little bit?
Oh, I could definitely help you. I also have some
Hands
ideas
like
of my
those looks
own.
like you could be working on the wiring board. There's a bunch of gold over there in the corner. Melt that down. Make it into wire if you can. Or need to do a lot of conducting.
I can do that.
And find some time to fix my ring, because I need that before we go too much further, because...
Oh, you can use some gold if you need for that. Gold's very good for enchanting, in case you didn't know, girl. I didn't know what your level of expertise was, but gold's very good for enchanting and magical circuitry.
So is platinum.
Oh, yes, platinum's a great conductor. Very expensive, though.
It is, but it's worth it.
Well, not like you're going to do that much with platinum around these parts anyways.
Well, I've done plenty. If you notice the circlet and the ring.
Oh, yeah. I meant with of the spending it variety.
Actually, I think the circlets are gold.
They
They
are
are.
good. Yes.
Well, then.
All right, well...
I'll have to fix Grimm's circlet.
You know how well y'all can help me. I think I can probably get these zoomers ready to go in about Oh, I'd say 2 days. With your help cutting. You said you can cut really fast, right?
Yeah, point me at it.
It'd be like
All right.
carving snow.
Okay. So,
Quick
what would you
question
all
for
like
you,
to
though.
do?
Say we had another 300 pounds of zephyrite.
Oh, you're
Would
talking
you
to him.
make more of these contraptions?
Oh, well, I've had the framework of these. Well, I'll just show you. And so he brings you over and he pulls a tarp off of 3 what look to be boat motorcycle hybrids. It appears to be like the hull of a very small boat has been carved in and then sunken on the sides. It's sort of like what the boat itself looks like. It has room for feet to go inside for pedaling near the front. You can see that a lot of it has been makeshift out of tubes that appear to be made out of like glass-shaped aquam, and seem to be like pumping some sort of like liquid in through around them. You can see that there is very sharp features on this bone that seems to be sticking out of the front of this thing, which is covered entirely with an aquam glass dome. It's kind of the wildest thing you've ever seen. But you can see where he's got it more or less deconstructed in such a way where this appears to be like some sort of like small flying machine. It doesn't have wings. It looks like it's made out of a boat. And you can see where maybe the zephyrite would go on the bottoms and the front and the sides. And then there's tubes going every direction. It is a wild looking contraption. And he's got 3 of them. Says, well, the framework's mostly done on these. But I do need about 100 pounds of zephyrite each one. Now you see here, and he begins showing you where you're going to cut it. We're going to bore a hole. You're going to cut it to these shapes. He says, we need these specific facets, dear. And then I'll go back through, and then if I'll have you trace these runes if you're any good at it. And he begins giving you like a list of runes, and it's intricate work.
Right, so
So basically the way these work, and then he like shows you the mechanics of it, and you can see that there is like a single stick that goes between your legs, and it's like a helicopter. You put your feet down inside of it towards the front where it comes down, but then there's like a stick in the middle. And he says, use this little thing here to steer. Now you can't get a whole lot of distance up and down with it, but if you use these lever swatches to the sides, and you can see that the sides have these like things, these give you your thrust. And you can use those for higher amounts of motion. Now you keep the whole thing running by just clicking this switch here once we get the zephyrite in, and he shows you how the whole thing works. Omnidirectional movement is hard to crack, but once you get it figured out, you pretty much end up with the best mobile device I think I've ever seen for transportation. Gonna revolutionize the world if I ever get out of here.
wow.
Oh, we'll make that happen.
Yeah. Yes. We're
He
getting you
created
out of here.
hovercrafts.
Okay, so
Is it like aquarium propulsion?
Aquarium propulsion.
Cool. I am familiar with this, so I can definitely help.
Great! I'm glad you got that.
Can we get started? I'll just carve things.
Yes, get carved. So as you guys begin start doing this, it'll take you about 2 days of hard work, and we'll be doing some checks on your abilities to not mess this up. But what would everyone else like to do that is not working on this while they are busy for the
Can I
next
request that
couple days?
Dropsy's there to give me guidance?
Just Dropsy the whole time is just going to be sitting there giving you guidance.
Guidance.
I'm just cheerleading everyone continuously.
I didn't hear much of that.
He's cheerleading
Okay.
us continuously.
Oh, okay. So
I was
Dropsy
like
will
the
just sit
mom on
there.
the sidelines who has no idea what's going on. I'm so proud of you.
You're
You
doing
guys are,
great, sweetie.
you're doing so good.
Oh, look
Just
at you
sipping
making your
wine.
little things.
Yeah, getting them lemonade and stuff, that kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, snack.
Snacks. Don't forget to
Yeah,
eat now.
yeah.
What a good mom.
What do Grim and
Mhm.
Mitnir? What are you guys up to?
I don't know.
Why do I feel like I'm the suburban mom like supervising a play date though? They'll sleep over.
Between them and their friend the turtle next door.
I might see if anyone wants to trade something for my bag of beans.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I would like to take a look at my spindly thingy majig.
Yes, we should identify all the new stuff with the head now that we have some
Yeah.
downtime.
Well, we can do one
Forgot
per
about
day.
your magic beans.
Or we can find somebody here who can do that for us.
¿Por qué no las dos?
I have 11 beans.
Yeah, the magic beans.
What? What are the magic beans?
He traded for them?
Bag of beans.
I have a bag of beans.
Oh yeah, you have your bag of beans. That's right. It's just literally just called a bag of beans.
What is what?
I just don't know that I'm ever gonna use it.
Yeah.
There's never dirt anywhere. Also, that's really dangerous to use.
Hmm.
It is incredibly dangerous to use the bag of beans.
It's like a edible deck of
Deck
many
of many
things.
things. Yeah, pretty much. It's like, all right, so you're gonna go around and try to get rid of the magic beans, pawn them off on
Yes.
somebody. All right, so I will say this, because you are probably not the world's best salesman.
I'm not. I'll make a persuasion check though, just to make a blanket persuasion check. 11.
11. Yeah, you're not really getting anybody to buy these beans. They're like, you get one guy who seems slightly interested. He's like, I like a good bean every now and again, and you're like, just go ahead and yeah. So he's like, yeah, I
No.
like a good bean every now and again. What, these tasty?
No, they're magic. I don't know what will happen if you eat them. You might explode, but I don't know.
And so he just walks away. So it's just a whole lot of that, you know. The where Grimm's just like being
Not
so
very
honest
good at
about
spells.
yeah. But make me an investigation check to see if you can actually find somebody who's interested in these beans.
That's another 11.
Another 11. Yeah, you search high and low, and eventually, like you're talking to Kip, and Kip's like, "Now these beans, do they make you explode in such a way where you can't get back together again, or it's just like, because I mean, if I could explode once, I'd try anything once."
I mean, I think you might only be able to try it once.
Yeah, but will I survive?
I don't know. Maybe if you have a really strong stomach. But I also don't know if they'll make you blow up. It's just a, you know.
So we
just
don't
a
know
thought.
anything for sure. I mean, I'll take them.
I know that somebody said, like, don't pour them all out at once, because then they go boom, but
Okay. So I'm glad there's instruction manuals for them.
it
mean,
just says, you bury them and something
like I
happens.
said,
I don't even know what.
I'll take the beans. I don't got a whole lot that you might like. Sorry.
What you got? What's you got? What you got? This man, I'm not
Oh.
using the beans.
Oh, I don't know. I got a real nice wrench. See this nice
Don't-
wrench?
I don't know that I don't know how to use a wrench.
Oh, well, like, let's say, like, you're trying to, like, turn a nut or something. You just get this here wrench. Well, I guess, we don't use a lot of nuts.
Why
most
can't
of the
I
time.
just use my hand?
Well, this gets it real tight and torqued. So,
I don't
so
want
that
to. That sounds really painful. Why would you do that to yourself?
Well, I mean, basically, you just grip it on there and you just go crank, 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 and then it's
That's-
real solid and tight.
That sounds uncomfortable. Why would you do that? Especially with something metal. That sounds not fun.
Well, usually it's so that you don't get as much wear or tear. Because if you use something like a plastic wrench, I mean, I think that, well, not plastic, because that exists. No, if you use like a wood wrench, that would just splinter and fall apart. You don't want splinters getting out all over your nuts, like,
You definitely don't want splinters in your nuts. No.
Yeah, right. So you just tighten it all down. Keep your wagon all shipwright.
Oh, a wag. Okay. I think we're talking about different things.
Right. Well, yeah. So I got a nice wrench.
I don't need a wrench.
So you can talk with him. Is there anything that particularly you want? You can talk to Kip and think of something you might want to trade him
Grim
for.
doesn't care.
All
You could roll a D100 for all Grim cares.
right, I'm gonna give you a D100 on the same table as the bag of beans. 1 second.
It's a magical socket wrench.
I'm going to have it's another 73. What are the odds of rolling this? Well, I know the odds, right? But this is exactly what I rolled last D100. I have a kitty cat on me, and she dance. She doesn't dance.
Now, how funny would it be if that was the bag of beans number?
It's not.
Like,
He goes, I've got this other bag of beans.
Like
Here you
3 months ago,
You find someone else with a bag of beans, and you just swap.
Basically, you're rolling to see if you gain or lose number of magic beans.
It's got a lot of beans too. It's almost max beans.
All right. So as he's like, well, I do have this this here. Well, to be honest with you, I use it as a lubricant mostly. I also sometimes use it whenever I get an ouchie or boo boo, but it's like basically a little panacea cure all. I found a bit of drippy spring water and some old herbs that a friend of mine had, and we did a little bit of alchemical procedure in with the doctor's help, tried to make a little panacea out of it, and it works pretty good. I can trade you that if you want, just a little vial worth. I mean, it's probably about as good as your beans.
Sure. I mean, I can. If it makes you feel better, that's more useful than beans that you can't eat.
Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah, I'll trade you that.
Oh, all right, deal. Let's do it.
All right, cool. So he gives you like this sort of red, clear liquid with tiny little bubbles of light in it.
Okay.
And he's like, cool, bag of beans. I'm going to see if Johnny wants to fuck with these.
Familiar explosions. What's the one that they really don't want to roll? Let me see. Is there one where like the Grim Reaper comes out? No, that's the other one. That's the deck.
That's the actual deck of many things. So you got yourself an elixir of health.
Elixir of health. Let me delete my bag of beans.
While you're doing that, though, and that probably takes you the better part of one of the days to find somebody who will take your beans off your hands. What are you up to, Minir?
So at some point, I had reduced that living wood chunk of wood into like a long staff, like just a 6-foot like staff.
Yeah, like a bow staff, right?
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna stick around where they're actually doing the work on the devices and just start like carving on it.
Okay.
And so I'll spend like the time doing that if they need me to lift stuff or whatever. I'm available, but basically I'm gonna start at the bottom and just start like carving out like the caravan, like kind of like a little caravan thing like near the bottom, and like then work my way up to like grung stuff, kind of like our story from
Yeah,
the
your
bottom of the
story,
staff.
but like carved
Yeah.
into the wood.
Yeah.
Cool. Go ahead and make me a wood carving check, which is going to be your proficiency bonus plus dexterity plus a d20.
So d20 plus dex plus proficiency.
Roll for whittling.
That would be 21.
21. You make some pretty good progress. You don't get the details in yet, but you get the block shape going for about half the staff and get like a really good plan about what you're doing. It's going to make everything a lot easier going forward.
Yeah, and I figured there's just like kind of rungs where it's like we're kind of at this point, and then there's like just blank space further up it.
Yeah. So you've got like the block shapes carved out, but you don't have like the specifics carved out. Maybe within, I'll have you do another check tomorrow, and if you do that, you can finish the details up to the Grump Village. Okay. So as you guys are working, I need you to make me some checks here. You do not have a sculpting skill of any kind or sculptor's tools proficiency, correct?
I have sleight of hand. I'm proficient with thieves' tools.
So no. You do not have any sculpting experience. So you will be rolling straight dexterity.
Okay.
Just roll that. And then
Do I get guidance first, right, Mom?
Would she also get like advantage because of the chisel thing?
The chisel is going to make things fast. That's what that's going to give her
Guidance is a
speed.
D4, right?
That's a good question.
I got an 8
I don't
total.
know anymore.
It's a D4. I got an 8 total.
Can you not give yourself inspiration?
No.
Different bard.
Yeah.
You got 8 total with the D4.
Yep.
All right, so you start carving them, and then as you're carving, he's like, "Oh yeah, that's good shape, good shape." Then he comes back and says, "What have you done?"
I'm sorry. It's a.
And you turn around, and he's like, and you have actually like split an entire piece,
Oh,
an entire
no.
50-pound chunk in half.
It
as
just
you
it
cut
cut
through it.
so fast. I wasn't ready.
It's like, well, I hope you can use this on your project. This is buckus for us.
All right. Here's
You
another
said you
one.
had some more, so pull an extra 50 pounds out.
I can
Swap it
definitely
out.
use it.
You still have two 25-pound chunks, but you need a full 50 chunk for this
I'm
project.
pretty sure 25 is more than I need for one
Oh yeah, absolutely.
hoverboard.
So as you guys are, so as that's happening, you did lose a section of it, so that will hold you back a bit, but you got some progress started. It's like, well, this time carved along this line, this line, and this line. Here, do I need to make you a stencil?
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
anything foolproof would help because that really got away
Alright.
from me. It's shocking
Alright,
how
well,
fast.
we're gonna get some clamps. We'll clamp the top and the bottom so you don't have to use one hand while carving because it looked like it slipped right out of your hand there. So we'll use a clamp. We'll clamp it into position, and then you'll just move around it instead of moving both together. That makes things so much more difficult. Order is the better part of harmony.
That is really a good idea. Yes, absolutely. Let's try that.
Very well. Okay, can you give me a roll for your? You can just roll proficiency plus intelligence, d20.
Oh, for me, yep.
Yeah, because that's in your wheelhouse.
23.
23. Yeah, it's like circuitry's looking great. You just keep that going. Now, if you could please connect these exhaust ports down here, we want to connect those directly to the main Aether Essence reactor.
Yep, no problem.
Thank you. Ager's Essence reactor, not Aether Essence. That's a completely different genre. Right, so yeah, it's been the first day working on these things. Shenanigans are probably had as you guys get closer to the people in the ledge. You spend some time checking out Karog, making sure he's counting things. He says you have new numbers. You got 58 through 62 because you had some new people show up. Wait, 63. Yeah, 58 through 63 because you had some new people show up. And then he's like, "Go sleep now." As you guys head around for the evening and begin to rest, and he tells you good night. And the next day comes. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Did we
Other than-
get the thing identified?
Yeah. Would you guys like to identify?
Yeah.
What would you like to identify? Because you can identify as much as you want during that time because
Start
you will
with
have.
start with the shard.
Oh, sorry. You will have one identify a day if you're
Yeah.
just using the head.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So you're starting with the shard?
Start with the shard. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that'd be an Ioun
which shard?
stone.
Yay!
What?
It's an Ioun stone. One of
The
those.
spindle.
Which one, though?
Which ability score does it increase?
This does not increase an ability score.
Ooh.
This is an Ioun stone of regeneration.
Oh my god.
How do you spell iron?
Ioun.
Ioun.
Yep.
Ioun stone of regeneration specifically.
Oh my god, that's really good.
Okay.
Who needs healing the most? Like all of us. Can we put that in the jar of multiplicity?
You can.
It's actually the
Right.
right size, yeah.
It's like
But
a really, really
And just we
rare
risk
thing, huh?
destroying a very rare item that would be very useful.
It's actually
Legendary.
technically a legendary item. This is what you guys got for shoving all that shit in. This was the highest tier. Where the Ring of Three Wishes was located was also this one.
Yeah, iron stones are really good stuff. Well, that's good to know. We have an iron stone.
So whoever has that, make sure to ask me repeatedly, how close are we to the end of the hour? Because it could happen in the middle of combat if you know when the end of the hour is.
Jeez. All right. Well, cool. That's our.
I
first...
say we shove it in the jar.
It would be really cool to have.
Requires attunement. It requires attunement.
It does require
Yeah.
attunement.
Oh, shit.
I'll
If
tap
we
out. I
jump
don't
out
want
and
it.
we even get like 2 or 3 exact copies, just sell the 2.
All right, so you guys got that. That's the first day. And then the second day, you guys also have, I don't know if you remember, babe, but you've got like a box full of armor pieces that I don't remember if you...
Oh yeah,
You have a box full of armor pieces, and then we found something else in as well. There was a
What was
box full of platinum or something with...
Do we open the trapped box from the ship?
Or did you guys not even open that box?
I don't think we opened that box.
We do have one box full of platinum.
yeah.
There was
But I
something with
think-
it, though.
Bropsy also has a locked box.
I can.
Yeah, she has
try
a
to
small
open that.
locked chest in the bag.
Well, there's
full.
what the glasses.
Oh,
and
yeah, that's what it
the-
is. Yeah, okay, so you guys don't know what's in that one yet.
I'll try to open
No.
it. Give me guidance.
I
And
need to...
I'll check it for traps first.
Open
it
the
is...
box.
Yeah, you guys... I think you guys did check it for traps. It's magically trapped.
Oh. Yeah. Hmm. I'm not great at doing magic traps, is the thing. And we could just open it with my mage hand and hope it doesn't affect me the same way that the last one did with the metal thing. But if it is going to explode, we should probably not do it on the ledge.
Is it
I
is the
can-
latch trapped?
Is what?
Is it like the whole lid or just like the lock?
You
Magic.
can't like dispel the magic or
Yeah,
something.
I was gonna say if you tell Grim, he can remember. He can make a point of memorizing that for next time
Okay.
for next
That
rest
or-
because it's gonna
I-
be a couple days we're here anyway. Right?
Yeah.
You just used your
Yeah. We need...
chisel and cut the end of the box open.
Well, magic traps can be a little finicky, so if the box gets broken, it might set off the trap anyway. So I think Grim, if you can get rid of magic, then we'll do that tomorrow. That's really super helpful. I'm going to have to learn how to do that. In the meantime, yes, I do still have a big box of armor pieces.
Oh, here
in
we
my
go.
hand.
Yeah, so there was a magical item thing. You said you had a box full of platinum that you already opened?
Yeah, so we got a pen, the glasses, and a
Cover pad.
watch.
And a gold
Okay,
watch.
so this was the wreckage that had the box that
We didn't.
That-
open. Yeah.
Bropsy found that you didn't open.
Yep.
And then, sorry, my notes are confused because I've got some of it actually written. Because I used my actual D&D binder. An idiot.
Yeah.
The pen is the one that's platinum, right?
The pin is platinum.
Yeah.
There's the golden. There's the
We
golden
figure out
like
what that
watch
is?
like looking thing.
I don't think we haven't identified any of the other items.
You guys
Just-
haven't
just
identified
the-
any of those.
We only identified the glasses.
Did we even ID the glasses, or did she just put?
I just put them on.
I want to get those identified because that's the only thing I can use in this. It's a
So that was one of the things. I never actually went through and made those into items, but I do know what they all do. So
Well, is there somebody here on the ledge that we could just go to and pay them to identify all this stuff for us?
Well,
then we don't
you,
have to worry
you,
about
you
it.
could certainly ask if anybody's capable of identifying items.
Let's say I asked the doctor while we were with him.
Oh yeah, I can identify those for you. I'm what you call an artificer.
I figured.
Magical items are kind of my forte.
So I would have pulled out because I think I'm carrying the other 3 items. I think perhaps he has the pot.
Can you just open
I
the
have?
box then too?
Oh yeah, get rid of the magic on this box so we can open it.
Well, I can certainly give it a shot. If you. Well, maybe we take this someplace safer. I don't know. This might explode. Let me spend some time looking at it real quick.
All right, yeah, we have that, and then I have the gold watch and silver spectacles, and then the horseshoes.
Let me just try this one little thing real quick. Nah, this is beyond me. I don't have a safe way to do this without using a full dispel magic on it.
Okay, that was kind of our plan anyway.
Yeah, I don't have that spell
Yeah, that's fine.
in my forte. But I do know that dispelling it would probably be your best course of action. I tried
Yeah.
using an arcane the arcane lock reverse engineered. It just wasn't able to crack this one because the sealing enchantment is actually binding. It's not actually arcane lock. It's actually bound by arcane seal. I'm
Right.
fairly certain that the type of reaction that would happen if you were to do some sort of finagling with it would be fiendish
Oh.
penalties. So
don't fuck with it until the magic is gone.
correct. Otherwise, you are very likely to summon a devil or demon.
Good to know. Thank you very much for that. We do have a whole
Yep.
bunch of other items that would love to
Oh, of
identify.
course. Let me take a look at these. What am I looking at first?
The gold watch.
Gold watch. Well, now that's strange. Identification magic does not work on this.
Oh.
Which means that it is a unique item created by a wizard that has not been registered in the arcane catalog. Now, I can't tell you exactly the specifics of how it works, but I can tell you based on the enchantments that I see here, based on the scroll work and everything that I can see, basically, this is uses some sort of temporal magic, which is highly experimental and, let's face it, dangerous. If I do say so myself, I don't mess with that sort of thing. Maybe in my younger days I did mess around a little bit.
Right.
But it seems like it's capable of quickly rewinding time.
Oh.
Based on the clicking mechanism, well, let's find out. So he takes it and he goes, "Oh, right, got it." Guess it doesn't work the second time. Yeah, so no, see, I used it. Looks like it's about 6 seconds.
So you can undo a turn in combat.
Correct.
Okay.
It rewinds time 6 seconds.
If you totally whiff
undo-
an attack.
You can redo your entire round of combat.
And then I'm pretty
Or
sure
somebody else's.
I'm pretty sure these glasses just let me see into the ethereal plane. If you could just confirm that, maybe they.
Oh, yeah, well, those lenses are odd. But they do. See, I use this, and he pulls out a little piece of glass. He says, "This is an ethereal glass." Now, when you look at the ethereal glass over here, and he holds it up, and you can see little wisps, sort of like ice spirits dancing around. And he's like, "And this is what happens when you look through yours." And you look through his, and there's a bunch of ice cubes dancing through the air and just like doing weird dance moves and going, "Oh, oh, 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 oh."
So I get the funny version.
Well, it honestly just seems like he cut the curvature weird. So you're looking into the ethereal plane, but I don't know what he did to these glasses. I wouldn't trust just about everything that comes through on them, but because he did. But in general, they seem accurate in essence.
See. All right.
Whoever this individual is, they either are a real dick, or maybe they're just not entirely good at what they do.
I see. Well, I also have these rune-covered horseshoes. I assume they're for a horse and could make a horse do awesome things.
Yep.
Turns that horse into a Skyrim.
That they can do. That there would be the crap. I lost it. Let me go find it again. Horseshoes of the Zephyr, I believe it is.
Purple wind.
Ooh, those are the good ones.
They do
Sounds
all
like
kinds
it
of
would
stuff,
make a
right?
horse like fly or hover,
Pretty much.
They
like,
hover.
like
yeah.
Zephyrite.
Mm-hmm.
And they can get tripped up by like
And then I have
the terrain and stuff.
these pieces of armor from this big box.
Yeah, that's its own kind of thing. I knew what that was at one point.
He almost turning into minstrel when he was bartering all this shitty stuff.
This here will be dwarven plate armor.
Oh, dwarven.
You can tell by the design aspects of it. This is definitely dwarven plate. You can tell without even using my spell. Just tell by the scroll work.
Does it have any magical properties?
It's dwarven armor. It's in
That is-
essence
that is-
magical.
All right.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best pieces of armor around. If you think about it, dwarves are incredible craftsmen. I mean, they're nothing compared to my personal skill set.
Of course.
But I don't make armor. I'm not a blacksmith. I am a mechanic.
Well, I think that's all the items I have on me. Thank you. There are quite a few more that Rapsy here.
So that is the golden gadget and the silver spectacles.
Horseshoes of the Zephyr are pretty cool.
Who has the pen?
I think you have the guy.
Yeah, I think you have the pen.
Oh, if I have it, then I'm gonna figure out what that is.
So he's gonna check that out. He's like, well, this is interesting. This is actually a nice little work of art, if I'm being truthful. I think it's probably one of the more interesting items out of the ones that have been you brought to me here. This platinum pen looks like it is used very much the way certain magical pigments I've seen before are used. However, this allows you to, using platinum as ink, it allows you to draw two-dimensional shapes that are then formed into three-dimensional actual objects made entirely out of platinum. For instance, I've got this here platinum pen. I'm gonna draw me a, and he draws on the table a little bit, and you can watch, and he's got on a hand like a couple pieces of platinum, and they're disappearing from his hand. They're slowly melting into his hand. I've got this, and there. Well, there you go. I just here printed a coin of platinum with my coin of platinum. Which, granted, did not do a whole lot of difference, but, you know.
Let me see. Grim will take a platinum, and he will draw a mushroom.
You draw a mushroom?
I'll draw a little mushroom. We'll make sure he has little legs, though.
Alright, so you draw him, and then as you look and you finish it and you complete the last line, you look and you just shift your vision and you realize it's a three-dimensional shape now.
Like a little
And
figurine, though. It's not like a
There's,
line.
yeah, no, there's a little platinum mushroom.
Oh, I don't know what this is.
You used half a coin for that.
To tap a coin?
Draw another one!
Well, then I'm going to draw my buddy. Yeah, it is my buddy.
Yeah, you draw a little buddy. So you have like two little like 4-inch high mushroom boys.
Like little chachis.
So the conversion rate is 1 platinum coin to 1 square foot of surface for drawing. So 1 square foot of ink per platinum coin.
All right, so we also have the coffee pot and the scimitar.
This
And
here is a copper coffee pot.
that's all it is.
Can you brew a proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot?
All you need to do is add water, and you will brew a proper cup of coffee in this proper
so you
copper
don't
cup.
need beans, you just need water.
You don't need beans or nothing.
Awesome.
And apparently, this coffee is slightly enchanted to give you a little bit of perk in the morning.
Oh.
Oh, if we ever get back to my school, my tower, what do we have at the school? What do we call those things? Houses? What were we? What they called? But my mushroom friends.
Schools?
Your university.
Schools. Yeah. University. Maybe it was university. I don't know. Anyway, they would go really well with their soup pot.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, if you've
Well,
got a
it's up
fancy
there. I
soup
mean,
pot, then
this thing is small enough that we can take it with us, and then we can have coffee in the morning. I could really use something that's not a good berry. I mean, in addition to a good berry, of course. But
No, Grim had no problem really with the soup either, because like
it was just too big to carry around.
all you need is water, and it just makes soup. You don't need to kill anything.
That's why. Here's another idea for our workshop. You know, if we ever get any free time, I would like to have a little soup bowl that you can put water in and it makes soup. A travel size cauldron.
That would be smart. Well, couldn't we just use? Can you use like an enlarge or shrink spell on the pot?
I don't know.
Would that break
It
things?
wouldn't be permanent.
I don't
It's
know
true.
anything about that kind of magic.
I don't use it because it
I'm
seems
pretty
silly.
sure that layering enchantments is a very difficult procedure. Making it so something can shrink down and become larger on top of whatever enchantments already has requires layering and expertise that personally I don't have the mechanic.
Where do you guys want me to try to turn off the trap on the box?
Well, you need to rest first, right, to be able to do that?
Yes,
So we'll do that tomorrow on day 2.
but not in here. This is bad place to do that.
Well, as long as the spell succeeds and the magic's gone, then we're fine. If it doesn't succeed, then we have to try again some other time. But I don't think trying to dispel it and failing will set it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we just wait and we do that.
Does a 17 Arcana check know if that would
Why don't we just put it in the hand of the statue, and then if it blows up,
There we
problems
go. Yeah, we can take it out on the ledge, or we can put it inside the dome. I don't know if stuff that happens in the dome gets out of the dome. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, just hope it's not a flying demon and kick it right off the cliff.
I mean,
Off the hand, let it fall into the ice.
if the floor disappears again, the dome goes away. So.
Oh yeah, fair enough. All right.
We've
All right.
discovered that multiple
Dropsy.
times.
We need to get that scimitar identified, and the I believe what else?
I gave the scimitar to Grim as soon as he.
That there would be
right.
an
It's Grim.
ice brand scimitar.
Ice brand scimitar? Frost brand scimitar?
Frost brand.
Like, while all this is happening, I'm gonna fix up Seti's ring and Grim's circlet.
All
Alright.
again.
That will probably slow down your work on the bikes. Now you guys an extra
I'm
day.
gonna do this while they're identifying all this stuff.
Yeah, I know. All of this
Yeah.
together, I think, is going to add an extra day to your work
A
because
whole day
you're
to
extra-
identify this stuff?
to
It's
identify
fine.
him to do work with the stuff. It's just gonna add an
We've
extra
already
day.
reduced the work by like weeks, so
Yeah.
Okay.
Extra day of carving time.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, so what else did we have? Maybe we could get him to identify those orbs we just talked about. The 4 that we found on the caravan.
Did we never identify those?
No, I don't think so.
I don't remember if we did or if the answer was just like, yeah, it's a magical thing that no one knows what it does.
You did identify it, and it was just they're a magical thing that are used specifically in the type of magic that Cleary used to animate objects. They were used in the process of animating and programming
that golem.
living stone.
Yeah, golem thing.
Mhm.
All right. Anything else? If we're losing a whole day, I want to make sure we get all of our shit out of the way.
I don't have any.
Well, you go out. We'll say at some point you guys go out and you climb up the statue or dimension door up into its hand or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
Put the thing on it, climb up onto your shoulder, and just go.
Yeah, Grim can cast the dispel thing.
Plug your ears.
Okay, here we go. Wait, with an Arcana check, does it look like? Can I tell like what high, like natural, like what kind of like level enchantment we're looking at?
It's hard to say.
Like, does it look like it's like?
It doesn't
really
look incredibly complicated. No, it looks complicated, but it doesn't look like beyond your realm of expertise.
Okay, let's see. Just
more than just about everything is beyond Grim's realm of expertise.
I guess we're gonna
Too bad you blew that nat 20 on an Arcana check.
right?
Oh wait, the Arcana check was I thought the Arcana check was the 17 that you said beforehand. With the nat 20, then.
No, the 17 was to, what was it? To see if it would blow up if I failed. Or whatever, if it would trigger the trap if I failed.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm gonna do this with a 5th level slot, just in case. That way if it's a 5th level or lower, it automatically succeeds.
Can I give him inspiration? I don't know if there's any rolling, but I'm going to give him inspiration.
Sure, go ahead and roll a d20.
I mean, there'll be... Oh, am I rolling a d20? It's not an automatic success.
Just go and roll a d20.
Add a d8. I think this counts as an ability check, probably.
Guidance.
What is it? What do I roll with that? Hold on. It's a D. I rolled an 11, but with my spellcasting ability, it's an ability check. So that would be a 16 that I rolled without any inspiration.
You can add a d8 and a d4.
Well, I think that's probably overkill, but
Other
let's
sides
just add it just in case. Yeah, okay, then I can up to a level 12 spell. It'll be let's just succeed.
Yeah. So as you guys are playing music and saying you could do this, Grim, and he's sitting there, he just whirls all this arcane energy, and then he goes like shoots like a laser beam of just disenchanting energy like at this thing, and as he does, the box just sits there. Nothing happens.
I think that means it worked.
I mean, it didn't blow up.
I didn't blow up, so I think it worked. I'm going to send my mage hand.
I mean, I felt pretty good doing that. I think we're,
Yeah, that was like really cool magic. I'm going to send my mage hand to try to pick the lock, just in case.
Try to pick the lock just in case.
Oh, that was...
Well, there isn't a lock.
Oh, it's not locked. It was just trapped.
It was just magically trapped.
Okay, then I send my mage hand.
Sealed.
I send my mage hand to try to open it.
Yeah, the lid opens up, and you can see that there is a pile of platinum. And roll a d100 because there is a magical item inside.
Who wants to roll? Who hasn't rolled a d100 for a magical item yet?
I haven't today.
People.
So if it was a planar binding enchantment, wouldn't that be level 5?
I just want to have people.
Mitnir!
I'm just wondering if I wasted the level 5 slot.
It was automatic. It was an automatic roll.
Well, I did it with a lot of flair.
I wanted you guys to see what the number was for the fun of it.
Yeah.
What did
So
Mitnir do?
even without the inspiration, though, I was good. Okay.
I
Are-
rolled a 6 on a D100.
Guidance.
It won't matter.
um,
That's a good
So-
divine intervention roll, though.
you're gonna get it's great.
Just
There's
keep-
a potion of a potion of supreme healing inside.
That's the big boy potion.
Who wants a supreme healing potion? And
Probably Oren or Mitnir.
how much platinum?
There's 9 platinum.
Do I need to roll a D100 for that too?
Or 6 platinum or whatever.
Babe,
What?
how much platinum was in the box?
2,210 platinum.
Only
Why I
that?
thought you guys had already gotten it. Because
Oh,
you said you had a
yeah.
big box of platinum. I was like, are you sure you didn't
We-
already get this box of platinum?
We wrote
What's the
down
other
number.
box?
The other
What's
one
the
had
other
10.
box?
That was the box.
Yeah, we've opened
I
all
had,
our boxes.
I had. You told us how much platinum was in it, but we didn't do the.
Oh.
magic
So that's
Oh,
going
so
to
that
be
is-
400
This is the
and-
platinum box.
442 apiece? At 2210?
Wasn't there platinum with the platinum pen?
The platinum pen now.
No, those were just items we found.
Yes,
in that
Mhm.
442 platinum apiece.
Yeah.
Somebody will have to make change out of gold for me.
Because I think what happened was like we didn't end up rolling it. Is the thing. We didn't end up
Well-
rolling the table.
We don't have that
So.
much gold, Seti. Sorry.
Well, damn it.
That's
I
only
have a bit,
4,000
but not
gold.
that much.
Give her whatever gold that I had, for sure. Well, I think Brops is carrying it all.
I think, yeah.
I
Oh, yeah, 'cause-
have almost 3,000 gold.
That's not.
Say, you know, you could just have somebody else hold your money, right? Like,
I know, but
That's
it's
true.
my money.
And I want it now.
I'll hold
Get it-
on to it. You just have to make sure.
I'm
get
no
it,
gonna
one-
get it in
call JJ
Aquam
Wentworth.
instead. Get it in Aquam instead.
It was 442. You said.
Yes.
I'm going to write down that I have 442 platinum. We'll just remember.
Now
that
I
somebody
actually have a
else is
little
holding
bit of money. What to do with that?
You need to know who has your money.
As like, if you
How's your
Roxy's in
platinum?
charge of my money.
Do you want to hold the 3,000 and I can just owe you the rest?
That's very complicated. For now, just hold the 442.
Okay.
We'll convert it next time we are in a place that has lots of money.
Well, how much money did I give? How much money did I drop in that process?
Dropsy is holding.
most of that gold.
It was a lot of gold and silver and copper, and it all fell down, and I think everybody just picked it up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so Dropsy's holding 537 gold for Grim.
Okay, so why don't we give that to Seti too, and then I'll just take some
You can take my
platinum change. You said 530 what?
537 gold.
37.
Oh, so I'll just take 53.
Okay.
So while that
I don't
that
know
was
the conversion
happening,
rates.
I'm gonna put a layer of gold inside Seti's ring so that it'll stay on her finger, and then a layer of platinum around the inside of Grim's circlet so it stays on his head.
That's right.
Wait, what can't he touch?
I can't touch anything.
Every-
Any
Platinum
precious
or
metal
platinum?
except platinum.
Ah, okay.
And he can touch
Most of the
electrum.
metals, just not precious metals. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
'cause
said
the
any precious
circlet-
metal. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I made the circlets out of gold and the rings out of platinum.
yeah. And he can't touch the copper coffee pot.
You can never drink the coffee.
I do need to know if anybody does decide that they want to drink a proper cup of coffee. You must let me know. You can't just say, "Yeah, I had some coffee."
Yes, because something happens when you drink it.
Well, theoretically, I could.
We might as well do it in the morning.
You
Yeah,
could make
I
a
say
cup,
make-
and I could put my hands through the cup and just lift the coffee out with my hands.
I would like to make a proper cup of coffee in the proper copper coffee pot
In the morning.
in the morning.
Okay. So you guys want to
I
just
would
say
like
it's the next
the
morning
bean
before?
juice.
Well, do they
Before
need to
the-
do any more crafting rolls for the
I'm
stuff?
sure they do, yeah.
No, because that was still day one, as far as I'm concerned. We're moving on to day two.
Do Did you need me to
Oh.
roll anything for the ring and circlet? Or
No, it's easy enough to do for you now.
Okay.
That's a simple maneuver. Like, if you were doing anything other than just melding a different metal to it, sure. But since you're just melding the metal, it's fine.
now you guys can keep your items and it won't fall off.
For the one that's
you.
platinum, though, that's going to cost you 5 platinum.
Yeah, that's fine.
The gold you borrow from. You just use the stuff that the doc has.
Cash.
Okay. So
Well done.
in the morning, you wake up to the smell of coffee being brewed in a proper copper pot.
Proper copper coffee pot.
Proper coffee pot. Coffee pot.
Proper copper coffee pot.
A proper pot.
A proper
you've
cup
got
of
the
coffee from a proper copper coffee pot.
From a proper copper coffee pot. So you've got that. And who are you making coffee for? Who is having a cup of coffee? From a proper
It's-
coffee pot.
I want to
I'm
wait and see
brewing
what happens.
a
first.
pot.
I'm gonna try a pot.
How many cups are in a pot?
How many cups are in a pot of coffee? 4 cups of coffee. Or
Okay.
4 cups are in a proper coffee.
Proper copper coffee pot.
A proper pot.
Proper copper. Oh fuck! You got me.
I got it!
Fuck you! I made 4 proper cups of coffee in this proper copper coffee pot.
And who are you giving these proper cups of coffee to?
Whoever wants them.
I'll
Who
have
would
one.
like a proper cup of coffee?
Mitnir does.
Mitnir does. Mitnir does. All right, so as you sip this coffee, wow, you feel a burst of energy come over you, and you are hasted.
Ooh.
How long does it last?
I'm gonna crack
6 seconds
so
after you
hard.
drink this coffee, you feel the greatest urge to go to the bathroom.
But you can pee really fast now.
You have a greatest urge to go to the bathroom. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
no!
no.
Oh no!
Gonna pee my pants.
You might shit your pants.
What the?
It's
That's
coffee.
a 13 for a. I rolled a 2,
Your
a
con
3, and a
saves have
4.
kind of sucked today.
I also rolled a 13.
You also rolled a 13? Alright, they both have to poop immediately. You guys immediately run to the chamber pot. Who else drank coffee?
Propsy.
Didn't it?
I was
I-
planning to, but I would have waited until after they sipped it.
Well, I sipped it, and 6 seconds later, like it was 6 seconds before they started to go.
Okay.
Mm.
Let me roll wisdom to see if I would have waited 6 seconds, and then I can roll a con if I didn't. Oof, that's a 15. I think I was smart enough to wait 6 seconds.
Now you wanted that proper cup of coffee.
Oh.
You drank it.
We did cheers.
Now roll a Constitution saving throw.
18.
You're fine. So they have to go to the bathroom immediately.
How long
When
does
you
the
are
haste
done-
last?
The second you go to the bathroom.
What?
Wait, so
It's
until
not a
you
minute? Is this
until you poop.
Until you poop.
haste it till you poop?
Haste until you poop, or 1 minute.
Man, that could be a terrible day.
Well, alright. So maybe not.
I mean, you know how they say
I do think Grim
you gotta
School
pee on
would
people to-
love this, though.
Oh, they definitely will. Are you kidding me?
Fast!
Yeah, Grim School would love this, so
Oh
They
my
can have
god,
it.
could you imagine the mess at that school?
they're mushroom. They grow, they fertilizer for all the plants.
So you guys have a proper cup of coffee, which makes a haste potion that only lasts until you poop,
Or a minute.
or 1
For a
minute.
or 1 minute.
And then do you poop after the minute?
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
But you're not exhausted, because normally after a haste spell you're exhausted.
Mm.
You're not exhausted. You just have to poop.
Well, I've got prestidigitation, so just,
Can clean the pants.
If we're on the battlefield and someone's like, I really need a haste right now, I'll clean up the mess. It's fine.
I'm just saying.
Everything you say, haste right now. Haste right now.
So as you guys have your proper cup of coffee,
Oh, wait, no, that is the question. Can we brew the proper cup of coffee pot and then just not drink it until we're ready?
Yeah, put it in potion bottles.
it'll be
Iced
cold.
coffee.
Iced coffee. I'll tell you what. If you guys can figure out a way to have it in a proper
bottles.
copper vial,
Oh,
will
copper.
hold it.
Mm,
If you
Oh,
can
it has
hold
to
it in
be
a
in
proper
copper.
copper vial,
Okay.
okay.
then you can keep it. But well, I should just let you guys.
We could
figure
just
that out
buy
in character.
haste potions.
You could just
And
buy haste
take
potion.
the exhaustion.
They cost
They cost money.
And not have to
500
poop all the
gold.
time.
Yeah.
They cost a lot. They're not cheap.
I want the Grim wants to figure out how to make them.
coffee pot once a day.
There'll be some ingredients. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, is the
Oh, yeah,
coffee
that'd be some
pot
big
just
time
once a
ingredient.
day? Or can you use
The
it?
coffee pot makes a pot of coffee once a day.
Okay.
A pot of coffee, though.
Yes, and the pot of coffee is 4 cups.
Which is fine because everybody who get the Grim can drink it anyway.
Yeah.
Technically, you can drink it. You just can't hold a cup.
Yeah, you just can't hold the proper.
Somebody else can
copper.
waterfall you.
That's true.
Like,
They could waterfall me.
You could drink it. You just can't drink it out of the proper copper vial.
How long does it take to make the pot? Or is it like an instant magic thing?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. You have to do
It's
that
a ritual
for a while.
cast, basically. Yeah. So if you guys get, I shouldn't have revealed that to you. I should have let you experiment with it, like a good DM.
We don't have time. We have a pet sit.
But yes, if you guys could get a proper copper vial, if you could do with your enchanter you have in your group, you could probably figure that out pretty easily if you get the right ingredient, the right materials, and then yes, you could do that.
More things to make.
Yep.
All right.
Add it to the list with the soup bowl.
That said, guys, we had a silly session where we did very much nothing, but they
we
made
got
it
back
home.
to the ledge, and we didn't die on the way from the
They
North
didn't
Half
die on the way.
Caves, and we
And now
identified
when-
all of our random bullshit.
And
We got
maybe
rid of
next
random
week
bullshit.
they will finish putting together Theodore St. Chortle's Zoomers.
And I cried, but it was with an NPC, so doesn't count.
Yeah.
Hey,
So thanks for hanging out
it
so
totally
much, guys.
counts.
Thanks so much for hanging out, guys. We love you, and we will see you next time. And remember, we did it for the rolls.
Good night, everybody. Have a great
night.
weekend.